starts now. Yo!
Hello!
Hi, everyone watching now or in the future. This is our first session of New Dawn University. This is a Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition campaign, dungeon mastered by me, Thomas, they, them. And I'm going to do a quick around the table for character introductions, starting with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Angelica Carmen Carlisle, usually called Allie.
Hi, Court. I'm playing Rin Himura. Just call her Rin.
Jax here, playing Isaac Tono.
Hi, I'm Ilona. I'm playing Robin.
And hi, I'm Thomas again, playing everyone else. So I'm going to run through a quick little intro of the setting, and where we currently are, we'll pick up after that moment. One moment to pull this up.
Oh,
Had it up, but I closed it.
I've been explicit to Sarah. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, yeah.
We are all talking to Robin as our characters.
I'm gonna take it all personally.
Ilona, well then you don't get any cheesecake.
That's why I'm taking it personally.
I'm personally taking the cheesecake.
Okay.
Yes.
Very quick intro for anyone listening. The year is 2129. Heroes no longer exist strictly in comic books. More than half of the population are born with unique genetic mutations that allow them to do things we once would have called impossible. Humanity has advanced alongside super society, both pushing each other to newfound greatness. But, as is too often the case, there are those who wish to see the destruction of the status quo as opposed to the advancement of it. They are commonly referred to as villains, those who have decided to enact their wills through violence and chaos as opposed to civility and reason. Schools have emerged throughout the world in an attempt to teach emerging supers right from wrong, and prevent them from going down this dark path. Sunrise City stands as the primary bastion against this darkness, a near utopia where supers and humans live every day as equals. With all eyes on them, as the threats of villainy come closer and closer every day, Sunrise debuts their new hero school in order to usher in a new dawn. We do have a little Session 0 thing that I will link at the end. That is basically that intro, but animated by our lovely Dax. Without further ado, the interviews that they had to do, the players have just finished their written exams, and we are going to begin our actual session. The characters have all arrived on campus in their various different ways, and have just, at the auditorium of the school, finished their written exams. As they left the auditorium, the hedges and greenery that was around the campus had been moved and reorganized in such a way that it limited their path throughout the school, as well as their visibility of other things on campus. This is a new campus this is the first day that this many people have been allowed on to the premises, aside from the prior interviews months in advance. And noticeably for the four of you, the crowd that was present at the interviews, cold. We had probably a couple 100,000 interviewers, and probably close to 10,000 people throughout the course of this day doing their written exam. And there's still people doing their written exam. You were all scheduled for different blocks. It just so happens that the four of you were scheduled in a similar block as each other. This morning, to get to campus, Rin and Allie, unfortunately, Rin's mother had an emergency and had to return home, and you had a limousine called for you, and an envelope was delivered to you, Rin, with a red fist mark as the wax seal, simply labeled Rin. Robin, you had a bumpy ride to school, not because the roads in Sunrise City are at all poor quality, but because your brothers wouldn't stop jumping around in the car. It was a difficult and uncomfortable thing, and you were grateful to be deposited summarily at the campus. Isaac, you have been at the gates since the morning began. And so those gates opened, you took the written exams, and we find ourselves now as the hedges, as you're exploring them and more students filter out, open up and reveal a new pathway. It appears like it was, you check, based on the time. The block for your written exam has ended, and the path has now shifted so that you have access to new parts of the campus. You make your way further around the track, and as you get to the other side, there's a second set of gates here. You don't go through these. These gates are where you think you're going for a moment, And then you hear like the faintest rustling of leaves as someone is talking to these bushes, or they are communicating in some way, shape, or form. And then they proceed to close off that path, maybe realizing that that was a mistake, and guide you towards the left side of the campus, where you are led into a small, simple building. It is maybe 15 feet across. I mean, this is not going to hold all of these students. 15 feet across and about as much back. And you file in and file in and file in and file in, and despite the room being the size it is on the outside, it is immensely larger on the inside. And you're all led into this building, which there is a simple letter R outside of it.
Rin.
Yep, it's Rin's building.
This is my house.
And
Specifically
once you suppose everyone is in, you don't really know, but the room does. The door shuts behind everyone, clicks, and the floor begins descending.
Yo. Let's go.
What's your current access?
So, clarification, because non-licensed can't use powers, does that apply also to the campus?
You don't know.
We don't know.
You don't know.
Normal.
So Isaac is anchored to the floor.
Not
Or
an
the
ass.
rest of us.
Ding dong. With the following students, please exit the lift. And some names are called. There are many that you don't recognize, but there is a group at a time, and it'll descend, and then a group at a time, and then descend, and a group at a time. Rin Himura, Angelica Carlisle, Terrence Friedman, Rex Friedman, and a couple of other insignificant students.
If this was an anime, they're the ones who aren't even drawn.
Correct.
Vaguely
For
bored
reference,
there.
for anyone in stream, these guys know who their future classmates are going to be. They haven't met them, and they don't know a lot about them actually, but they know their names. Descends further. Isaac Tonu,
Yeah.
Robin Lewis,
Let's go.
Aries Moteru, Jareth Keaton. And you don't know where it goes from there because all of you are off. You find yourself split into two separate holding areas. Rin Alley, you're in a large cluster, but the two similar names, the Friedman twice, it caught you as something unorthodox, and it's easy to pick them out by their anime protagonist hairstyles. No. It's easy to pick them out as they are as tight-knit as the two of you. And you find yourselves with an opportunity if you'd like to speak with either one of them. And likewise, Isaac, Robin, you are deposited summarily twice in 10 minutes. Good job. Into a holding room. It's very simple. This room is large enough for the students who are coming in groups of 30 to 40, and approximately no larger. It is not tightly cramped, but it's definitely like a party that is at capacity. And the cold metallic surfaces surrounding you, they feel hollow to the touch. You can knock and get a little bit of reverb on them. It doesn't appear to be sturdy, but by all means, these rooms are holding fast. And if either of you would like the opportunity, you are welcome to speak to Aries or Jareth, and I will let you guys, one side of the table can roll, and so can the other, and we can determine who we're going to address first.
I guess I'll roll for our side.
Cool, I'll roll initiative as well.
Good roll.
You're
Above
at 12?
average.
Let's go ahead and make that an actual initiative check. So go ahead and add your agility score.
Oh, so that's a 13.
I got a 9.
Okay, so we're going to look at Robin, Isaac, Aries, and Jareth first.
I would like to, with well-informed, make an immediate investigation check.
Okay, do you have a soft rolling surface, just as a quick check?
I can actually just put this in the middle since we're all
I can
using one.
Cool, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just do that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 20.
And this was on Aries or Jareth?
Jareth.
Okay,
I know Aries.
you know Aries.
He
has
looks
wings.
like a burb.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean, like, that you know about him.
I mean, fair. I know what I need to for the purposes of this exam.
He's a bird.
Yeah, so you've physical description. So Aries Moteru.
Powers.
Aries is a young Polynesian boy whose hair falls to about the length of mine, maybe a little further. It's a lighter brown in color and a lot more chaotic, if you could believe that. He's got these rich ombre eyes and is wearing a simple red, very, very form-fitting muscle shirt, and has large sweatpants that lend themselves to his naturally baggy legs that end in talons. On either of his arms are long, similar to his hair color, oaky, umber brown, sort of messy, muddled, some spots, some flecks, feathers descending on either side. Jareth, who you've asked about, is wearing a very simple gray shirt, suspenders, blue jeans, black hair down to about shoulder length on all sides, with very few hairs covering his face. His bangs are cut relatively short. His hair is a lot less messy, but a lot thicker than Ares. And with his funny enough, also brown eyes, he catches you looking at him and kind of scoffs a little bit. And there's something about the name Keaton that seems familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Even with a 20?
Yeah, even with a 20.
Damn.
So he's small time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a buster.
I see you.
Buster Keaton.
Oh. I was like, what?
The puns begin. Good thing I haven't introduced my favorite hero, Slapstick.
I love him already.
No,
I
he's
love
a
him
pie-based
so
villain.
much.
No, Slapstick,
He just
is,
works by
Slapstick
numbers.
is a hero who has a very unique power.
I love him already.
And this is an opportunity for either one of you to
Uh-huh.
get to know these people.
I'm going to do the same thing that she did, except I'm going to be doing it by introducing myself.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Hello. It's good to meet another well-oriented individual. How are you?
We're doing great. How are you? What's your power?
That wasn't obvious.
What's your power, though?
I shoot laser beams out of my armpits.
That's so cool.
And you?
I access manipulation of gravity.
I
So,
don't know what that means, but that's wonderful.
we can't do it yet, but I can't wait to see your armpit lasers.
Mm-hmm. That is most certainly what will come out of me, Isaac.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's your name?
Ares.
Nice to. All right. Let's switch target switch.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, I'm Isaac. What's your name?
Jareth. No thanks.
What's your power?
We'll see.
Well, mine is gravitational axis manipulation. So, yeah. Cool. What's your
Wonderful.
power? I'm sorry. I'm Isaac. What's your name?
Robin?
Over his bald head.
Yeah, bald. So go ahead and let's get physical descriptions for the two of you as well. You just said bald head, so let's go ahead and Isaac's description.
Isaac's my little bald boy. He is anime protagonist height, an anime protagonist build, but he's easier to draw because he's bald. Vaguely Polynesian, tan skin. If we were allowed to wear plain clothes for this, he's wearing a wetsuit. Just around.
Yeah,
his,
plain clothes. That's plain clothes.
That's what I wear to the mall.
green sparkling eyes, and it's always moving. Just always moving.
And as the attention is drawn to Robin.
Robin has sandy hair down to like about here or so. She's got a septum piercing, and she's wearing like an oversized kind of oatmeal colored sweater, jeans, and
Ew.
just some like what?
Oatmeal colored.
Unfortunate color.
We're 14. We don't have fashion sense yet.
Excuse
Some of you don't.
Some of us do.
Oh, I was about to be like, I sure don't.
Same.
I know you don't. I've been trying for a long time, Rin.
And just some like burgundy colored sneakers. And she has a sharpness to pretty much everything about her.
And so, having introduced yourself,
Hey, what's your power?
We'll see.
mm-hmm.
We don't know if we're on teams yet.
Well, mine's gravitational axis
Yes, I heard.
manipulation. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Why are you on the ground?
Because we don't know if we can use our powers yet.
We're on the Hero School campus.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to go into a test. Why would we not be able to use our powers in the test?
But what if we're not able to?
Oh no, you're welcome to assume, darling, and use whatever powers you'd like. Ares speaks up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to push the boundaries, you're more than welcome.
Because you figured they're gonna announce it, right? They're gonna tell us what the rules are.
Hopefully.
And on that, we're going to switch scenes as the two of you, Rin and Allie, find yourselves led into a similar room. Similar walls where they're cold and almost aluminum in quality. They wobble to the touch, but they're still somehow sturdy enough to support all of these students.
Weird.
Yep. And the two that you recognize are the Friedman brothers, Rex and Terrence. Rex is, he's got this dark raven-colored hair with purple highlights that have been added in. He's got a pair of headphones that are obviously on. They're like the big ol' like clamshell headphones. Very vintage and retro in our 21-29 time period. They're not plugged into anything. They're just on. His jacket has what appears to be a sound wave on the back of it in a lime green sort of color. And he seems kind of distant from everything else. His brother, and you only know brother because you heard Friedman twice and they're next to each other, is dressed in what appears to be a snow coat. A very tan color covering most of his body. He's got mittens on and he's constantly rubbing his hands together, though you're not sure if that's because he's cold or because he's nervous. Both of them have like a light brown skin color to them with some sort of pinkish undertones. And he's got, lo and behold, a pink beanie on covering his bluish hair. And,
Anime protagonist colors.
anime protagonist colors.
This guy's more anime protagonist than I am.
He just anxiously waves at the two of you.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what to expect.
Well, I mean, you made it this far.
I mean, so did all of you. And everyone on that elevator.
Not for long.
Oh.
Rin, you're not certain if there'll be a.
I'm
set.
hoping
So,
there
so,
will
so,
be.
so you're Rin.
Yes, Rin Hamura. Good to meet you.
Rin Himura.
Rin Himura.
Okay, we don't talk about it. That's cool. I don't talk about my I'm Terrence.
Good to meet you, Terrence.
And he takes the mitten off.
Then, like, half a bow before she feels Allie's eyes on her and hand comes up.
And there is a little bit of steam that comes off of your hypermetabolism and his naturally cool to the touch fingers.
Oh.
Terrence.
Allie.
Pleasure, Allie. And he
not
puts
that
it back
warm.
on. And this is my brother, and his brother's like, yeah.
He seems thrilled.
His name's Rex. He's very thrilled. He just doesn't do well with a lot of noise. And everyone in the room is making these sorts of connections and talking. So he's just waiting to hear what's next.
Oh, cool.
Hi.
You seem especially nervous. Have you never done anything like this before?
I mean, snowboarding. You know, a lot of people looking at you when you do that. At least on the level I do. But no, not this big.
So, professional snowboarder then.
I mean, as professional as I can be at my age.
Are you paid to do it?
Yes.
Then you're a professional.
Hoping if this doesn't work out, to make the Olympics or something.
It's a solid plan B, I guess.
Yeah. But that's,
Olympics. Just backup plan.
yeah, but I guess that's enough about me. I don't mean to be talking too much.
Dude, we've been talking for maybe a minute and a half. You're fine.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay? Are you cold? Where are you from?
I'm always cold. And
That sounds
Chicago.
awful. That's the one with the pizza.
We've got a lot more than pizza, but yeah, our deep dish is pretty good.
Oh, very nice. Cool.
What do you guys do?
Like for work?
I mean, you've got wings. That's cool. I wish I could
She
fly.
Opens them, and her little 4'9" self has like. I don't know if she'd be able to stretch them to full height
People
in this
clear out.
crowded room.
People
but
clear
it's
out.
a
Rin
13,
makes sure they
it's
clear
a
out.
13-foot wingspan to go with 4'9" of height. And I guess now we're moving into description. They're very bat-like wings, and each panel has a different kind of like doodling on it. Like this one's geometric patterns. This one's hearts. This one's swirls. This one's chemistry notes. You know,
Chemistry notes for the written exam.
like you keep
Doodles.
going along, and just each one has a different kind of doodle going on it. Her hair's roughly my length, and it's whatever box dye you think it will look really cool as long as it's not a natural color. She's got sort of tanned skin. She's Caucasian, but clearly spends a lot of time in the sun. And she's very, very thin, and at least the upper part of her body is very muscled. Just because wings.
Flying is hard.
Yes.
And there's a brief moment as Rex lifts his eyes to look at the people that his brother's talking to for so long, and kind of lifts one of the clamshells like half a centimeter away. Like it's clearly lifted, but not enough as you'd think. Not as much as you'd think. Good English, Thomas. And you?
Oh, it's easiest to describe it as I'm very good at punching.
Wonderful. And it would snap if he'd pulled it far enough away, but he just lets go. It's just a little. That's my brother.
He's a riot.
Oh, he actually is once the party starts. And as if on cue, just ding dong.
Rinse.
Yes.
What
Rin's
do you look
description.
like?
But this is a great transition, because now Rin goes from, oh, I'm speaking to people, nod, half bow, yes, and now she hears a thing happen, and it's like, and she's fucking ready. It's like a Super Saiyan moment. Essentially, Rin, for the age bracket, is probably one of the taller people in here. She's about 5'6". She's remarkably thin, but remarkably muscular. Black hair that should be short, but is pulled into a really tight, like, frayed ponytail that comes out at the end. She's got very eager, very excited scarlet eyes, like they're very clearly red. And she's wearing very simple workout clothes. She's wearing shorts, a black shirt that in Japanese just says ichidakimasu, and tennis shoes, and hooked on her shorts in several places are small, what look like shakes. And occasionally, about every 30 minutes or so, she... Ichidakimasu.
Ding dong, and smooth dulcet tones come over the speakers. Hello, everyone. My name is Megaphone, and I am happy to be the person instructing you on your next step towards joining us here at New Dawn University. In each of your rooms, you will find a projection of sorts, which should appear now. And on the walls, just... there should be, on these walls, a couple of names set together in trios. Find these people. Learn who they are. You're gonna want to know. We'll begin the next portion of our physical exam very shortly, and I wish you all the best of luck. Ding dong. And so, the pairings that matter for the four of you. Rin Himura, Isaac Tonu, Ares Moteru, Ali,
I don't know either of those guys.
Robin Lewis, Jareth Keaton, and Angelica Carlisle. Yep. As the two of you are left in a very uncomfortable situation where the people you're looking for aren't even in your room.
I'm definitely looking, though. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hey, Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac Tonu.
Tonu.
Tonu, Isaac.
Yep.
Anyone.
And after floundering to find either of your partners, and the two pairs over here, not sure where the thirds are, you realize this isn't the same situation that everyone is in. Some people do have all of their partners, some people have none of them, and others, well, who cares? And so you pair and trio and desperately look for your pairs and trios up, and after a moment, the doors that you entered through drop again. Could the following people please make their way to the elevator? Rin Himura,
Yeah.
Isaac Tonu,
Let's go.
Ares Moteru, Angelica Carlisle, Robin Lewis, and Jareth Keaton. And this is on your respective floors. As you two get onto the lift, there's three other people there. and one of them approaches. Well, no one approaches. So you two, Robin, Isaac,
And Jareth.
and Jareth, and then here we have Ares, Allie, and Rin.
I think Ares and Jareth are both with them. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah.
We are the only. We are
Yeah.
both solo
So
walking
the two
on.
of you and the four of you join up, and you count 6.
Are you Rin?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your power?
I punch.
Okay.
Allie?
And you?
I take it we'll be on a team.
Gravity axis manipulation.
Can you put it into
What can you do?
smaller English words for me?
She swooshes her wings open. Brings
Awesome.
It back in again.
Pick a direction. Go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Conversations can continue to
Sort
keep
of.
happening as the elevator begins to descend.
And our third teammate is Ares.
Yes. Rin, Isaac, Ares, Allie, Robin, Jareth.
You've got wings too.
I do.
Are you two related?
No.
You've met my family.
You could be cousins.
I mean, we could. Do you have any... No.
What's your name? I'm Isaac.
Allie.
Nice to meet you. What's your power?
Flight, presumably.
Okay.
She's got wings.
People can have other things too.
Like I
Just
shoot
for what
lasers
they
out of
want.
my
I
armpits.
can't
You
wait to see
what?
that.
Yes.
You know, there's actually a Japanese hero.
Sarcasm. It sounds different in English.
Got it.
Why would I be sarcastic?
Also, hi, Rin.
Robin.
Good to meet
Oh,
you.
Rin, you were one of the 3 on the
Kimura.
list. Isaac,
Yes, Rin Himura.
and I, and you.
Yes. So
And-
you're Ares, and
Yes.
that's Isaac.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's demolish.
And then Jareth just kind of looks up.
Mhm.
So I'm Jareth.
And
We
another
met,
on a
and
team.
you're
Allie.
Allie. You guys think this is what it looks like? 2
Well,
pairs of 3.
Mm-hmm. It's team on team.
Getting punched.
So now
You'll
that
see.
we're on a team, what do you do?
You'll see. Consider me the Rin of this group.
What?
Got it.
What do you do?
You're good at punching too?
I'm wonderful at it.
Let's prove it.
Density manipulation.
Hello, potential students of New Dawn. And the door, and standing before you, impeccably dressed in an actual suit, maybe a little too well dressed for the occasion, is a man similarly bald, but he's got a Fu Manchu growing, dark skin tones, with a little bronze and copper tone to them. My name is Megaphone, and I will be instructing you on the next step of this. It is a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances, and I hope this is not the first time. Or rather, I hope this is not the last. And you cannot help but be charmed by the sound of his voice. Unless you want to make a will save against it.
I'm not gonna make that one.
I would like to make a will save.
What's your power?
That's
DC 32.
I failed.
Oh, is that all?
I mean, that's
But
fair.
you're welcome to make a check as to who Megaphone is. He is relatively well known, and the DC for the information gathering is not hard.
He's
I don't
famous.
super need to know at this point.
Wonderful. Before you and behind me, you will find the first of 3 potential battlegrounds. In this first round, are we all familiar with the idea of capture the flag?
Yes!
Well, we are looking to assess the physical capabilities of all of our applicants, and this battleground has been made custom tailored for this event. You will find, and he gestures outwards, the battleground itself, as it were, is probably 300 feet across.
Ooh.
2 small buildings, one on either side, maybe 2 stories, if even. It could just be 1 story with a high roof, on, one on one side, one on the other, a blue and a red. And we'll arbitrarily decide blue, and he points at the 2 of you and Ares, and red points at the 2 of you and Jareth. The goal here is simple. Don't kill each other. Though injuries are welcome, we have a medic on hand, and it would be difficult to assess the full capabilities of any one of you without harm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill each other, and capture the opposing team's flag and return it to your base.
Can do.
This will be a best of 3.
Best of 3.
Isaac.
So are we allowed to use our powers now?
Yes.
Okay.
For the rest of the examinations, while you are on one of these pre-established terrains, you have full reign to use your power to the fullest of your capabilities.
So as soon as we step off the elevator, we are allowed to.
Correct.
All right.
Are the flags hidden or in the same place?
Up to you where you put them.
Okay, we get to choose. Okay.
Yes.
Do we have a time limit for how long it takes us to hide our flag?
You will have approximately as long as you do once you step off this elevator. We do not always know the circumstances surrounding what we have to do as heroes, and I will not be giving you a finite number. However, it is finite.
Ooh.
You will hear a bell once all 6 players have stepped off of the elevator, and another one once the game has begun.
Ooh. Okay. So 1 bell when we're all off, 1 bell when we're starting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I already have a plan.
Does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
None additional.
Then I wish all 6 of you luck on your first step towards becoming a hero.
Awesome.
Bienvenue.
Let's go.
And he steps into the elevator and turns around, and you're somehow already off the elevator. You don't remember walking off. Just as he stepped past you, you sort of... and you're off, and you hear... Ding, ding.
We're all off.
Can I get 1 initiative roll for either team?
Here, yeah.
17.
And that is adding your agility score.
Yeah.
15.
Nice.
Okay, so I had designated this team as what color?
We
Blue.
were
Sorry, I didn't know.
First
I'm
was
sorry.
blue.
Okay, blue is Isaac, Rin, and Ares. And red is Allie,
I'm not
Robin.
surprised.
and Jareth.
It's very simple.
Okay? The winner of the initiative was blue team. So blue team, I'm going to describe the terrain. Both of you listen to the way I describe the terrain as an identical building, and then I will defer to you. You are welcome to pass me a note as to where the final hiding location of the flag is once I finish describing the building. So
Just gonna write.
the building itself is relatively simple. It's 35 feet across, 35 feet back, and 40 feet up. It is slightly rectangular in its shape. It leads up a decent amount, as I said, 40 feet. And there is a staircase that kind of winds around the room up higher to a secondary platform, not a second story, but a secondary platform that has a height advantage on the building. Additionally, in your building, you find a hatch on the ground floor that, when you open it, leads down. You're not sure how far at first, but after a minute of checking, you discover it's approximately 40 feet down.
Oh,
You're not sure why they went 40 in either and 35 out, but these are the measurements that they had decided on.
neat.
You are welcome to pass me a note as to where you would like to hide your flag whenever. The flag itself is not unwieldy. It is small enough to fit in any location present in the building. So it's like you could get it down the chute, you could get it onto the platform. It is very obviously bright blue.
So what I'm thinking is, with your power and his power, we should put the flag above ground so you both have easier access to it.
Sure.
I trust you.
Do we want to run offense, defense? What's our
Oh, I'll be
And
offense.
then
Okay.
We'll do offense.
you're
The two of you?
Yes.
And then if you can grab the flag and like fly away with it if you need to.
Yeah.
They didn't say if we could do that, but
They
I
didn't
like
say
that
we couldn't.
Correct.
face on the ground.
Better idea.
Oh.
And he passes you a piece of paper. Someone could hand me an index card.
I have an empty spot.
Oh, sorry. Me and Jareth are
Oh, and it should be noted that the second Rin realized she was off the elevator, her skin very deeply steam came off as it became red, and there's almost an audible heartbeat.
She's hulking up.
That.
Yes.
It's on the back of that.
I like that plan.
They didn't say we couldn't.
I like that plan a lot.
Okay, and he grabs it and prepares to do so. And we switch to red team. Allie, Robin, Jareth.
Sarah's brain did that thing where it stops listening for a while and then clicks back in.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe the room again up to the point where there's a hatch in the floor?
35, 40 up, 40 down.
Thank you.
Nice. Are there multiple floors to these buildings, or is it simply a 35 straight up? Or 40
35, 40 down, 40 up. There's a staircase that winds up to a singular platform, not a second floor, but is large enough for occupancy.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. This is all also important, made out of that same aluminum sort of material as the rooms you were holding in.
That's weird.
It's stable, but it has the wobble quality. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Red Team.
The plan is to have.
You're welcome to keep it a secret and write it down if
Okay.
you'd like.
I tried. And
Okay.
She couldn't read it.
Everyone at this table respects meta knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I already know what my plan is.
I can pass it to you.
Yeah.
If you can read.
Jareth shrugs. I'm okay with it. I do have another idea, though.
Oh.
If Plan A doesn't work, just pass it to me.
What's Plan B?
We'll see.
So we can be on the same page.
I don't think anyone will be able to get it away from me.
Ha!
It is difficult to pry things from my hands.
You are curious.
Yep. And he very quickly just sort of leans against a wall and makes contact with it. And then as he goes to pull away gently, the wall moves with him and he lets go. Shall we?
Alright, so now we're just waiting for a second chime. Alright, so game plan for offense. You go high, I go low, or I go, okay, let's go!
Okay, the winners of the initiative roll, we will break into proper initiative now, so I'm going to need 4 rolls from you guys, and then I'll roll my 2.
Hey!
Nat 20.
17!
26.
I have a total of 10.
I have
Is that
a total
adding
of
your agility?
9.
Yes.
Okay, so one more time. We had nat 20 from Isaac.
26 for a total.
Okay.
17!
17 from Rin. Okay. And I'm still missing you two, so...
10.
Okay, Allie 10.
9.
And then 10 for Robin. Okay, Isaac, you have the first action. Again, this is...
What?
Isaac rolled a 26.
I know. My total was 9.
Yes, I wrote 9.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 10.
I said Robin 9. Allie 10, Robin 9. So, again, we are 200 feet apart, these buildings. You all know your movement speed, and I trust you to respect that. Isaac, you have the first action, as you are on the ground floor of your building.
When the bell chimed, I went like this, and he did, so I got a grab on him, make a fort save as gravity shifts.
That's a 26.
It feels like that, like feeling of, you know, when you're on a roller coaster. As
Luckily, I just ate.
gravity changes. Do you resist moving with me?
No, I trust you.
We move 530 feet.
Which direction?
Straight into their building.
Okay,
Oh, we have 2
Is there-
separate buildings?
yes.
Is there
They're
one-
opposite sides of the complex.
Is there a window we can crash through?
Okay.
No. There's a
I
front
missed the
door.
Sorry, like I said, my
Okay,
brain did blank.
so
Where's the complex?
For clarity for Sarah,
Sorry.
200 feet of flat, even
Thank you.
space.
200
on
feet with 2
either
buildings.
side is an identical building that is 35 by 35
Mhm.
with 40
40
feet
feet.
up and 40 feet down.
Thank you. Sorry.
And Isaac
Gotta know where you're
and
fighting.
Hello!
burst into the opposing building immediately. Isaac, I believe that is your turn.
That's a move.
Yep.
Got a standard.
That is
You
a
still have your standard action.
Charge attack is a standard,
Okay.
which means you can move again.
Yep.
Given you said it's 200 feet across.
Yep.
There's enough movement to do this within the meta stuff. Whom do we see?
You see, well, because the bell rang as everyone was planning, you see the 3 members of the opposing team, Allie, Robin, and Jareth, all together. Like, the flag is currently held by Allie.
Okay. I want to throw Rin at Jareth.
Okay, that is your standard. Okay. Turn order is going to shift to Ares.
Punch him.
Ares is
Nobody
him.
knows what Ares is doing.
Ares is
You two know.
Performing a task.
You two know what Ares is up to. And after Ares performs his task, with Echo's like Doppler effect behind you of what the as Isaac has shifted himself and Rin through the battlefield, turn order is going to shift to... My first R is Rin.
Rin!
Rin.
So I've been thrown at a guy.
Yep.
So my first instinct is going to be to kick the guy.
Okay.
So
So
Rin's just gonna lay into him with a very nice roundhouse in midair.
okay, so you're gonna go ahead and roll an attack check, adding your strength and close combat, I believe.
That is going to be a total of 14 to hit.
14.
Oh wait, is that
You rolled a 10.
Okay, so yeah, it's 14 to hit.
14 does not exceed his parry.
Any bonus from getting chucked at a man?
I'll go ahead and add a +2, and that still won't exceed his parry.
We did our
Ooh,
best.
he's dodgy.
Yeah, he very deftly, despite his posture being slouched and such, the moment you get thrown into him, you watch as he shifts and jujitsu just sort of pushes the momentum out of the way.
And since I'm in midair, that means I kind of like twirl off to his side and land.
Mm-hmm. And for anyone in the audience watching, just a heads up, almost all combat Mutants and Mastermind is theater of the mind. So we shift from Rin to a L. That is Allie. Allie, it is your action as these two burst out of nowhere, and Rin is like, you hear ding dong, and suddenly crashing through this building, and suddenly your best friend is thrown at a man.
Hello! Good to see you.
She's fine. I'm going to... There's presumably now a hole in the wall
Yes.
that Rin has
Yep.
created.
Yep.
He made the hole. I was just present.
Give me roughly how far away you are from our building. Is he the 200 feet?
He's in the building.
We're in the building.
These two are in your
They're
building.
both in our building.
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't certain if you'd thrown her from, like, your building.
No,
to ours.
No, we burst inside as a duo, and then Isaac threw me at Jareth.
Cool. I figured I'd check, because maybe you're just real good at yeeting stuff.
That's my power is yeet.
We gotta learn somehow.
Throw an object.
Yeet
Uh-huh.
bear. Yeah, yeet
Yeah,
bear.
yeet
Yeah,
bear.
So I'm going to use my movement speed, which is enough,
Yeah.
and get out the hole.
Mm-hmm. Flag in hand.
100 feet out. Which
As you fly out of the building, you see Ares on the other side of the battlefield holding a flag circling his building. As the two of you had the same idea.
When you got someone with wings, you use the wings.
So, little wave at him.
Hey.
Hi. He can't do that with his wings.
He has to actively flap to stay
I'm
in the
gonna
sky.
believe
So
that he waved back. But when I'm at like
My mom's
99
eye.
feet away from Isaac, which is within my range, not have to take a damage,
Get a
'Cause-
debuff.
he is the threat. I
Mhm.
want to roll a weaken stamina, which is subtle,
Okay.
so you don't actually know if I'm doing anything.
So you have to make first a ranged attack against him to hit his dodge. And so what is your actually
DC
I can
20.
I can let you know if it
DC
hits.
20!
Yep. He has 10 dodge and 10 parry.
Holy shit, Isaac!
So you're adding your range total bonus.
Oh
I
my
believe
God,
you have a
the
plus
toughness
6.
is
Yes.
0?
Mhm.
-1.
That is not enough. That's
Okay.
9.
So Isaac
So in my wave, I'm waving the wrong direction, so it doesn't work,
Mhm.
and then I go, oh wait.
Yeah, and you're not actually certain that you've been attacked.
I don't know, I'm not looking
Because
at
you
it.
don't know. No, it's also subtle, so we don't know that's
you
happening.
wouldn't have
Why aren't we
known.
looking at her? She has the flag.
And turn order shifts from Allie to Robin, as these two have burst into your base, and one of them has been thrown at Jareth.
Okay. I would like to try to calculate the trajectory to vector flight my way through the hole, because I know that
You have used your vector flight so consistently in your life that it is not a hard calculation, but because you wanted to use the word calculate, go ahead and make me a skill check that you think is appropriate to do so. And tell me what skill it is and how you're
Can
justifying that as a
athletics do
calculation.
it?
Well, she has to use math for all of her powers.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I'm
Literally.
I'll call it a perception check.
Sure.
Because it's a
Yeah.
matter of
Yeah, add your perception bonus.
yeah. Oh, that's a 9.
It's a little bumpy, but you can get yourself out. Like,
You dink off the side.
yeah, you kind of scrape. You would scrape if the hole was jagged. You notice it has rounded its edges.
Oh.
Living buildings.
The fact that it did it so fast makes me nervous. Also, what the fuck did Jareth roll for an initiative? A 2?
7.
Oh, wow.
He's at the end.
Yeah.
So Robin, what is your vector flight speed?
It's
Your movement rank?
movement rank is 2.
Okay.
60 feet, I believe.
60
Yeah,
feet.
that's 60 feet.
Yeah. So I'm just. And then,
That's 120 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
Movement rank of 2 is 120.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2 is 120.
Okay, so you find yourself about 90 feet out of the building.
Yep. And I can see Ares.
Yeah, and you are approximately 100 feet away at this sort of like
Yeah.
angle,
He's
because
up
you
there.
have to stay at that angle.
Yeah, I'm going like this. I would like to turn it off
Okay.
to fall, and then considering falling to be free, and then kick off in the direction of Ares.
Okay, so your
to
second-
change
your
my
second move
standard
action-
to second move.
Mm-hmm. You use your standard to shift to a second move. As you adjust the density of your body itself on impact with the kinetic energy, you send yourself up as if in 0G and begin ascending towards Ares at like a sort of direct angle with his flight path. You will reach him next turn.
Yes.
Turn order shifts to Jareth, who proceeds to gesture at you, Rin, and I need you. He's got to make a ranged attack. What is your dodge?
My dodge is 14.
Okay, you feel the air next to you shimmer, and like it looks like he gestured and it didn't happen to the effect that he wanted, and instead of throwing the punch, he goes back into like a proper jujitsu stance.
Probably because I'm fucking crazy.
And then you both are. And then for his move action, I don't think he has anything he's gonna comfortably do.
I don't think there are attacks of opportunity in this system.
No.
Okay.
There aren't. No, there's no other action he can take as a move except for moving. So he's going to go ahead and he starts running towards the hole.
Hey!
That's going to be Jareth's action as we shift back up to Isaac. Isaac, you are not disoriented because you've done this before, not exactly crashing through a building, but moving this fast. And you are currently aligned on the axis that would be the eastern side of this building.
I believe in you, Ren.
Me too!
High five on the way out.
Ganbatsu!
As you reverse the axis
Okay.
to shoot back towards
We're going after Robin.
going after Robin. Okay. You begin chasing after Robin. You reach her with your first move action.
Easy. Jesus Christ.
No,
So-
he's imagine a model of a character clipping through things. That's what Isaac is that fast.
Yeah.
So that the chat is aware, the reason he's that fast is because the rate of acceleration of gravity, he adjusts the axis gravity applies to. So he accelerates as he moves. So it starts off slow and very quickly reaches terminal velocity.
Dang.
Yeah, and I think the maximum that I wrote out is in 6 seconds it can get up to 530, but if I use like half of it or change directions,
Put on the
it
brakes.
So if it like move halfway and then turn around, move back, it can only go 132.
And you're gonna have to move half and then adjust your axis to catch her
okay.
because she came out and then kicked up.
Okay. So then it's probably going to cut into it a little bit.
I'm gonna say you're comfortably right behind her because you said 130 was sort of your double move. Yeah, when you have to adjust axis, and that's basically what you have to do. Is both of you have axis-based flight, more or less. So
Me too. It's called jumping.
Or being yeeted.
So that's a move action. Standard action, you can still do a charge attack because that moves you. And
Yep.
I'm going to have to if I'm not quite there yet. So
you will take a -2 to your attack roll as part of your charge action.
Yeah, already calculated.
Okay,
Nice.
So, yeah, coming at you. Here
Okay.
it comes.
and that's versus your parry defense.
17 to hit.
So
Right.
your parry
That
defense
does hit.
does hit.
DC 11.
Okay. Then it'll be a +4 damage effect given that I had a chance to move.
So you're
before.
making a toughness check. You're adding your toughness modifier versus a DC 19.
DC 19?
Yes, because the damage DC is 15 plus damage ranks.
Right. Okay, so I need to roll above a 10.
Ooh. Is that how many degrees of failure is that?
What did you roll?
3.
3 plus 9 is
12, so it's 2 degrees of failure. So note that where you have it. That is 2 degrees of failure. 2 degrees of failure is also going to afflict you with dazed. So for future checks like this, you are suffering a -2, and on your turn you only have a single standard action, as opposed to a move and a standard.
Ooh. Damn.
Yep.
That's crazy.
2 degrees of failure.
Well, I'm going the right way, so I don't need to move.
You can also downgrade the standard to a move.
Yeah.
And I believe you have follow-ups that trigger on successful contact. That is a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 20 plus your modifiers totals out to what?
24.
24 exceeds her 11.
Resisted by either dodge or strength.
It exceeds, so it is as a critical. You can modify it in one of 3 ways. You can add a +5 to your result and the DC that she has to check. You can alter the situation in some way, shape, or form for it to do something that you basically couldn't. And the third one I cannot remember off the top of my head.
I can look that up while we're doing.
I've got the thing right here, so I'll go ahead and look at critical hits.
Damn. Martial party doing work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go for the. No, we're grabbing.
So if you roll 20, determine the degree of success normally. It was a 24.
Mm-hmm.
That is 3 degrees of success. And then increase it by 1 degree. So that is 4 degrees of success. Robin, in a moment, as Isaac flies towards you and grabs you, how does this knock her unconscious, Isaac?
The second part's a grab.
The second part is a grab. She is thoroughly grabbed.
Okay, so the sweater, like the collar, gets pulled over her head,
Mm-hmm.
so she can't see, and then like one arm gets trapped behind the back,
Okay, so you are grappled.
as I'm like spinning through the air.
It is a standard action to try and break it. It is an attack check resisted by strength or dodge, and on your turn, you are welcome to make that check.
Okay.
A for Ares.
Make a fort save.
As it triggers, as he has someone else in his axis who does not wish to be.
Wait, I make a save?
Yes,
Mhm.
you make
You'll
a
probably
save.
pass.
10 plus your fortitude.
I mean, my fort is 0,
Isaac,
so
you're
I don't know what
rude.
that is.
Isaac's very rude.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Plus 0 is what you said?
Correct.
Jesus.
Oof.
So
That's 1 degree of failure.
you basically feel real nauseous as the.
I'm confused as to how many failures I have at this point.
They're for different things.
They're for different things. You have
So-
2 degrees of failure, 2
So
wounds.
you got hurt, and now you're grabbed, and now you're sick. You failed 3 different things.
The sick doesn't do anything extra.
the-
I forgot to take it in the correct order.
The only one you have to keep track of is 2 wounds.
Okay.
That's all it is. 2 wounds. On any time where I'm checking versus damage, you are just subtracting 2 from your total roll. That is it.
Okay.
You currently have the status effect Dazed, which means on your turn you can take a single action,
Yes, this I have.
and that is it. You are also grappled,
Yes.
which we will handle on your turn. As turn order shifts to Ares, and no one knows what he's doing because the people that chased out of the building are either on his team or blinded right now. Not blinded mechanically, but a sweater over your head.
I saw what he was doing.
You get it off. Yeah. He saw you coming and did not adjust his path, so you will crash into him on your next turn. The 3 of you will crash.
Flying.
Yep.
It's hard when you don't have
Turn order is going to shift to the first R, which is Rin. Rin, you are in a building currently with who? Jareth?
Yes.
And I believe that's it. Everyone else is outside.
Everyone else vacated, and I was told to fight Jareth.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. And Rin, very chipperly, is just like, I'm sorry I haven't punched you yet. And I'm going to use a precise attack at a +2.
Okay. And this is versus his parry?
That's not going to do it.
Okay.
That's a total of like 12.
12 does not beat his parry.
that's-
No.
that's- She just. Oh!
And would you like to do anything with your move action?
Stay on him.
Cool, yeah, because he'd moved towards the hole and not done the thing he wanted to do. So after Rin, turn order shifts to Allie. Allie, a lot of shit just flew out of the hole behind you.
I'm not used to other people in my airspace.
There's literally 4 of the combatants flying right now.
I know.
I physically can't. I'm sorry. I would have joined you guys.
If you need me to describe any of the situation, I am more than happy to.
No,
Anyone
I'm
can
just
call for that
doing
at any
it-
point.
If Isaac is not within my range, I will
You can
move
move. You
just
can move
enough
close enough. Yep.
to get him within my range while still staying a distance away. And I'm gonna angle myself at like try to get like at least a diagonal so that way he'd have to move a little slower to come catch
Okay.
me if
yeah.
I miss.
Yeah.
So he'd have to do like the vector change and it wouldn't be a straight line.
Mm-hmm. 3-dimensional movement. 3 of my characters can do it. Oh boy.
Session 1.
Yep.
And I'm going to attempt the weaken stamina
Uh-huh.
thing again because I don't want anyone picking up on this nonsense.
So you're gonna
yet.
make a ranged attack versus his dodge.
Range attack versus his dodge. 15? Nope.
He's a dodgy boy.
Yeah, he's hard to hit. He's hard to hit as he's just very quick.
And human shield.
Yep, that'll be the
We can
flavor this
flavor it,
time
yeah.
around.
You're like, oh.
And turn order shifts from Allie to Robin. Robin, you are grabbed. It is a standard action to make an attempt to break this. You roll either versus his 10 plus strength or 10 plus dodge.
Which would you prefer?
Just strength.
Attack check. If successful, target resists with strength or dodge.
It's the grab power used, that rank, not strength or dodge.
Got
It's
it.
strength or dodge defending against an initial grab.
Got it.
And the DC's total going to be 19 with the improved grab.
Is that
and
all?
improved hold.
So, what I would like to do instead
Mm-hmm.
is I have a cumulative affliction that is touch based.
Mhm.
Normally, I would have to roll an attack to attempt to touch the person, but I'm currently being grappled by the person.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it as a guaranteed hit.
So it's a DC 15 fort resist on your part.
What? Hit me with it.
How many
Okay.
degrees?
I rolled a 1.
So that's 3 degrees of
3
failure because
degrees
there's
of
no crit. A natural one.
Not a natural.
No, not a natural one.
Okay.
It totaled out.
Okay, so 3 degrees of failure.
Okay, so
4.
No, I think it's just 3. Let's refer to our chart.
Yep.
So
So
you got a 1 against a 15. That's 3 degrees of failure.
yeah.
If it was a 16,
Yep.
that would be 4
Okay.
degrees.
3 degrees of failure.
okay, so it is something that I have to concentrate on, and now you are fatigued and effectively prone on the axis we're moving on.
Okay.
As you are hyper dense.
Poor bird boy,
As
As
you're
you
gonna
are
hit him.
hyper dense.
You just turned him into a cannonball.
Yup.
yes, and that
Head in
cannonball
the
is
air.
aiming at
You're
Ares.
part of the cannonball.
She'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I'll be fine.
Well, see, this is where Mutants and Masterminds gets unique because he's hyper dense. You aren't.
But he's grabbing her. So they're
But
both
he is
falling.
now considered prone. And so I'm not sure how prone interacts with the grab, but I'm going to rule that
So he's hindered.
yeah, he's
Takes
hindered.
a -5, a +5, a -5.
Mhm.
It doesn't say anything about having to release anything. You can hold someone
Yeah,
while you're on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're both plummeting towards Ares. And that is Robin's turn.
Yeah.
Turn order
Plummeting
shi-
faster.
turn order shifts to Jareth, who he's like,
We're technically at terminal velocity.
Yep.
But...
Well, if you make him denser, I think the terminal velocity goes up, doesn't it?
Oh, true.
So this is probably the fastest Isaac's ever gone.
yeah, and turn order is going to shift to Jareth, who's like, I guess we got important things to do.
Yeah. Punch
And
fight.
he's gonna go ahead.
Yes.
And he's not going to go for the range this time. He's just, you watch as that sort of distortion surrounds his fist, and he goes to throw it into you. What is, I have these on cards.
I don't know. You keep asking.
He rolls an @1. So he goes to throw this punch, and it's like his fist is heavier than it's ever been, and he should be used to that. If this is something he can do, but it just, and that is Jareth's whole turn as we shift back up to Isaac. Isaac, you are, if you don't have a way to interrupt it before the end of your turn, plummeting directly towards Ares.
I got 2 ways.
Oh,
Dear.
is that all?
Standard action to activate grab-based moved object, which I didn't on her turn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't change the thing,
Mhm.
but just change our axis.
Yep. So as a standard, you guys change your axis.
I think she should get a resist. If she wants to change.
Yes, if she wants to change. And
If she
that,
wants to prevent us from changing direction.
mm-hmm.
My total is 10.
Okay.
And that was a 10 at close, correct? That's a close combat attack you made?
No, this is a power activation. And actually, impaired actually throws a -2 on everything, right?
Yes.
You are prone and impaired, so it's
Fatigue.
-2 to checks and a -5 on any close attacks.
Fatigue,
Fatigue.
specifically.
What is
Yeah, fatigued is -2.
Okay, then 8 actually.
Okay. And what bonus am I doing for this?
Strength, I believe.
Wait.
Strength? Okay.
Because this is basically, he has to maintain the grapple.
This is the act. This is not the. Because it's a free action to maintain grapple.
Grapple characters
It's-
are complicated.
It's just I'm trying to move her, and has the ability to not be moved.
Okay. For the time being, because grapples are still new to us in the system, when you make a roll, please let me know what you are rolling and what is being resisted with.
Okay.
Because grapples are not something I have the complexities of behind my screen. Even though I have a grapple-based character, I assumed that it would be rather simple.
Well, it's probably really simple when you're just grabbing somebody on the ground.
So, for clarity, what you rolled was what kind of check?
Move action to move her in a different direction.
What was
Power.
Okay, it was a power check.
Is a power check.
Okay, and what she was resisting with was?
Strength.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled or got to a 12.
So 12, you
That beats
succeed.
it?
Yes.
And now I get to kind of do the same thing because I use a drag maneuver with my move action, which is the same thing, but I have a lesser bonus.
Yeah, he's trying again,
It
but
doesn't
less.
work.
Okay.
It's a 1.
So you
I tried
guys,
to move you in 2 different ways, and we don't.
Mm-hmm.
at the end of Isaac's turn, that momentum crashes into Ares. What is the move objects damage that you've got? How many damage ranks is that? Actually, I have speed.
5.
You guys are moving, let's say here, and then we convert that to mass.
Or
2
it's a-
character deaths. Session
Or
1.
it's a 15.
you dodge, Ares?
he had a turn. He didn't recognize that it was a vector-based movement.
He saw you move once.
Yeah.
Weakest link.
We tried to explain to him
So-
what was happening.
Let's see. That's distance. That's time. I'm trying to calculate how much force you guys are hitting with.
The
A
density
lot.
increase can go up to 200 pounds.
Okay, so you're 200 pounds heavier.
Yes.
That brings you here. And do you have damage numbers on your sheet? Please, something more than 200 pounds.
Yes.
Are we-
So it's a plus 5 to damage or a DC 15 fort resist.
Cool. Plus 5 to damage. So he is going to make a toughness check. He's not going to be able to get out of the way of this. This is moving too quickly for him to dodge.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that's fine.
He fails his toughness check by 2 degrees. So you crash into him, and he is dazed immediately, and now has 2 wounds. And it is his turn. He has 2 actions, or 1 action because he's dazed. So he can choose to move or use a standard.
Attack her!
Yeah, I'm fine with you having shouted that out. So he's gonna go ahead and
She's defenseless.
yeah, because she's grappled.
She's hella grappled.
Grappled by 2 or more degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep shouting out little move, like rulelets, given that we're learning the system.
Please do.
That's okay.
Please do. That is what I've asked you to do.
He
So
can make that as a routine check if he wants, or he can go swing for a crit.
he's gonna make the routine check because he's a cocky bastard. So you are helpless. He's very confident in his abilities.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause I
Routine
would've
check.
rolled.
Nah.
Yeah.
He makes a routine check. And she's helpless, which means that's not a keyword I have.
Defenseless. So
Okay.
0 active
Active
defenses.
Active defenses equals 0.
Yes.
Okay.
So I cannot do my weapon.
So he hits you.
Okay.
10 plus that 13. That's 2 degrees of failure. Because it was a routine check he made.
I think she's. So what happens is he definitely hits. She still makes a toughness.
Thank you.
You're saying routine. He's rolling to hit, right?
I thought routine check was taking 10 plus
Taking
modifiers.
10.
He's taken a 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he doesn't get. Okay.
So he's hitting no matter what. He just cannot crit with this attack.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing how much he hits Robin.
Yeah, so make a
Okay.
toughness check DC 18.
There we go. 'Cause
So toughness check DC 18, and I have a current -2 for the 2 wounds, or -4.
Yes. No, those don't affect your.
So
It
you
is
do get a
-2 to your
-1.
top.
Every time you take a wound, you
Yeah.
take a -1, a cumulative -1 to all your future wounds.
It's a -2. It's a
No,
-2 right now.
It's a -1 every time.
Okay.
Which is
Every stage is just -1, but the future stages have more and more things tacked onto them.
Cool. That's what we're rolling with then.
You're she's
Natural
fine.
20.
I got a
Yay.
nat 20.
Yeah,
She's
you
good.
you as the talon comes in, accumulate your density and just kind of shirk it off. He breaks his talons a little bit.
Horrifying.
Yep.
That's awful.
Okay. That moves us to God. 3-dimensional fights are awful, and I'm gonna keep this in mind in the future. That moves us to
Rin.
Rin.
I headbutt him.
Yep.
So basically, I threw a kick, I threw a punch, and now I'm just like, fuck traditional martial arts. Where did I put my D20?
That sounds
Give him a. Please crit him.
Yeah, that's a
Close.
total of 21.
Okay, that's going to hit. He's gonna make a toughness check.
Cool, that's a damage rank of 21.
Excuse me.
Toughness check.
Toughness check of 21.
Okay, thank you. I was like, damage plus 21. How
No,
on earth?
Sorry.
So he's gonna take 1 wound as you connect, and it's bizarre. You feel a little resistance as your head is coming towards his. There's almost like moving through water that reduces the impact last second, but you still connect. So Ares 2, Ares 1.
And then I'm going to move between him and the hole.
Okay.
Essentially just headbutt to force him to stagger, and then sidestep, defensive stance.
And Turner's gonna shift to Allie. As you watched these two cannonball into Ares.
Well, there's probably gotta pick a flag.
And the flag holders are you and Ares. Both of you literally have the flags.
And Ares just looks like super dazed. And
He just got
right
cannonballed into, and he's just like...
Probably a couple of flying backflips.
Yep. Just...
I'm gonna try and chase that down, but I'm not gonna grab it yet because I don't trust my strength.
She's gonna tap that.
So, what is your action you're taking?
Moving after.
I'm going to move
Hot pursuit.
after. I'm not going to try and take the flag yet. I'm just.
But you're moving towards Ares.
Yes, I'm moving
Okay.
towards Ares. I apologize. I will be clear. I'm moving towards Ares in a good clip, and
Punch him.
I want to. That's your shtick.
Punch him.
No. And he's already dazed. Okay, so just doing rules check before I roll with
Yes.
just one to that one. If one of my things like does a cumulative effect thing, so if he's already dazed and I succeed, will he just move up to the next one?
For now, we'll say yes, because I don't
That
know
is
the
actually
official
correct.
ruling.
Cool. Awesome. Great.
I assumed that was the ruling, and I didn't want to spend the time looking it up, so cool. Glad it is. Do it.
But I'm going to cast Affliction, and I'm not going to describe it.
Cast.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, it is a ranged attack, I believe.
It's a ranged attack, and the movement that I make looks like I reach out, grab, and pull towards me.
Okay, this one isn't subtle.
This one is not subtle, no.
Okay.
One of them is explicit.
So you're going to roll, and he has his dodge DC.
Ripping the blood out of a man is typically not very
You weren't
good.
supposed to say that part yet. It's a 14.
14 exceeds his dodge DC.
Oh, nice. Why did she react like she didn't want this to happen?
Because Sarah did, but
So
Ellie didn't.
what
really
did
get
he
to-
makes a fortitude save now?
Yes. It's resisted and overcome by fortitude.
And what's the DC?
14?
He fails his fortitude save by
how many
1
degrees?
degree.
1 degree, so he accumulates to the next step.
So the, like, bruises and probably small gashes that he currently has from...
It's primarily contusions.
Yeah, he
As
has
it was bludgeoning.
rude contusions.
Rotusions.
But they, like, because the skin is weak in there, they open slightly and become gashes. They look almost... Oh, no, wait, you said that he went on her with his talons. Did his fingernails break at all, or
Yeah,
they just
they did.
scratched?
They did.
Then they bleed a little more profusely than they gosh dang ought to.
Okay.
So
I
blood
can't
happens.
see this. This is
They
fine.
just like, it's the break that was already there.
What
They're just
what
bleeding
mechanically what happens now?
more. Mechanically what happens... Screams from the hallway. Look, apartment in Los Angeles. Get yours today.
Mechanically what happens?
Mechanically what happens is he moves from dazed to stunned or possibly incapacitated to
No, he's just moving to stun.
just stunned.
This man has done this before.
Okay.
This man has done this before.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Living is Los Angeles. Move today.
Okay, so he moves to stunned.
He moves to stunned.
He's stunned.
Okay, so stunned.
The amount
He
that
cannot
he's
take
bigger.
actions. I'm gonna go ahead and rule that he drops the flag.
It's understandable.
Cool.
Because he just got cannonballed into, and then every one of the wounds just split open.
Well, just since you told me that his fingernails broke,
Yep.
that's nothing else split open. It's
Okay.
just he's bleeding more profusely than you think he
And
would.
okay, cool. And the slipperiness, he drops the flag. Cool. That is Allie's turn. Turn order shifts from Allie to Robin. Robin, you are currently still grappled, I believe.
I
Go
am.
ahead. Also, the affliction thing that I have hits twice, so you can make another fort save against the nausea.
Okay.
And then after this turn, regardless of whether you pass or not, it'll end.
That's a 12.
Okay, so you're still impaired in addition to all the grapple stuff,
Okay.
but it'll after this turn is over.
Okay.
So at the end of her current turn, she loses the impaired debuff.
Which is the additional one on top of all the grapple stuff.
Okay.
Basically, it doesn't really affect much unless, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Stuff's happening.
So, stuff's happening. I can't see what's
I'm
happening.
glad.
Canonically, you can because he has not inflicted blind.
Okay.
That is not an official debuff he has afflicted. It was a brief pull down. You have managed to escape that. You can see.
I can see.
Yes, unless you actually afflict the blind debuff, we will not be removing a player sight.
Or you want to be blind.
It's up to you.
Maybe you don't want to see this.
No, I can see well enough to make out that the flag has been dropped and
he's
that
bleeding.
Ares is bleeding. Cool, there's a mech on site, he's fine. I would like to I want to try as my way of escaping the grapple. No, that's only object. First, I'm just gonna try to escape the grapple. So that's a agility check.
No,
Strength.
Strength.
it is a strength check.
That's probably not gonna go well.
DC 19.
That's definitely not gonna go well.
God, that's hard for even Rin.
It's hard for
I
it's
would
hard for most
legitimately
people.
have to roll a 20.
Whoa,
Yeah,
is that all?
it's hard for most people.
So, I'd like to yell to Allie, get the flag.
It is important, however, just remember, everyone, you do have a hero point if you would like to use that at any time.
Alright.
Hero points can be used to edit the scene, achieve a heroic feat, which is gaining a rank of an advantage. Don't worry about that, that's a lot of book knowledge. You can roll with advantage. You can get sudden inspiration for any sort of mystery. You can use it to attempt to counter an effect used against you as a reaction, which unfortunately we're past the point of reaction. However, you can remove dazed, fatigued, or stunned immediately. You are none of those things, unfortunately. You are.
Last I knew it was dazed.
How long does the dazed
Dazed only
move?
lasts until the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which we will clarify from now on. Dazed when applied from wounds lasts the one turn.
Yep.
So I'm not dazed, but I am grappled and I have 2 wounds.
And I'm also perfectly fine for trying to justify something unique with a hero point. You can also attempt extra effort to use your power in a way that you don't have on your character sheet.
And then counter the fatigue with the hero point next, so you suffer no drawbacks.
So, what I would like to do then is to, with some extra effort, which I have untapped potential, so instead of it being a +1, it would be a +2.
If there's any roll related to it. So
if
that
there's a roll related
yeah,
to it.
that is if you were going to use it for a roll.
Yeah. So, with
Describe what you would like to do and I will tell you what happens.
okay, I would like to throw Ares at Isaac to get Isaac off of me.
It's a strategy.
It is a complex maneuver, so I will set a difficult DC. This isn't exactly extra effort. You're not using your power here. You're just trying to throw him.
Well, I have specifically thrown mastery as an aspect of my move object, but it's usually only able to affect objects, and I'm using it
Okay,
on
so
a
you're
person.
you're stunting to change the. Okay.
To change the move object to be move this person.
Okay.
Or stun.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a power
power
stunt.
stunt.
If you do not spend a hero point, you will be fatigued at the start of your next turn.
I would like to spend the hero point to not be fatigued.
It's understandable.
Cool. So go ahead and you have to make contact with your power, correct?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let's make a close attack with a +2 bonus from the extra effort against Ares' parry.
Okay, so this is fighting.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the +2 is cancelled out by the impairment that
Mhm.
you're under.
So basically, whatever your close attack bonus would be.
Okay.
Close combat.
Attack.
Close combat. So yeah, it's oh, my close combat is actually a +1.
Ooh.
Me.
A whole +1, guys. That's a 14.
14's gonna do it. He's stunned, so he doesn't have his active defenses up. Because
Stunned, he still has his defenses, he just cannot take action.
he cannot take action, so he doesn't have his active defenses up. That's how he defends, is his maneuverability.
Got it.
When he can't maneuver, he can't defend.
Damn, sucks
Cool.
to suck, my dude.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's going to contact. So you are throwing him at Isaac.
Yes.
How does your power mechanically work?
My power essentially works because I've made Isaac super dense. I am making Ares likewise dense so that their mutual gravity attracts them to each other.
Oh, that's cool.
That is fucking sick. What's the regular DC on your fort save?
Mine?
On your move object afflicting.
Oh, 21.
He fails. So that's gonna happen to him. And the two of them are going to crash into each other. Isaac, I would like you to make... What sort of save do I want this to... Try and maintain the grapple. Let's go ahead and make it a strength check with a challenging DC. This is a DC 20.
She's released.
Okay. And so that grapple ends, and that leaves you with a move action, I believe, still.
It does. I would like to kick off of Ares and head in the direction of the flag.
Okay, that's your move action. And turn order finally shifts from Robin to Jareth. Back to the simple fight room.
Yeah, I was like, this is why I just punch stuff.
Here in Fight Club, we fight things. So he's going to go ahead, and you watch, he balls that fist up again, but that air sort of focuses behind his fist. I have these numbers.
I don't know.
So he's going to go ahead and hit. It is a DC 22.
Oh, is that all? Easy. I got a 12.
So that is 2 ranks of failure. You are dazed and suffer a wound as his fist strikes you with much more force than a man should be able to generate with the space he had. And it just straight into the gut. It is a lot more, you can feel the difference between momentum-based damage and strength. This is momentum in this much space. It's like he 1-inch punched you.
Dang.
With superpowers. And that is going to be his turn. Turn order shifts to Isaac. This is a complicated mess.
Yeah.
I'm liking my little duo.
And rules-wise, I think me getting automatically hit with this thing, but okay. We're doing what you're doing.
She's stunted, and I don't want to keep a player character grappled for an entire fight. I will
Yeah.
meta say that right now.
The
Yeah,
number
and
of shenanigans that are currently happening in the air are too much to follow, so I'm glad they stopped.
Yeah.
That is what I'm trying to attempt.
Yep. Did you grab the flag or are you just approaching?
She's
I'm
she's
on my way.
rocketing towards it.
Okay. I will do a move by attack on her and slam her on the way through as I grab the flag for ourselves because Ares is a chump.
I mean, he's kind of very unconscious, so like he can't
Not
make
unconscious
that.
yet.
He's working on it.
He's working on it.
I think you just made the density which hindered and fatigued. Fatigue affects what?
Fatigue means you're just hindered.
That's it?
Fatigued is
Okay.
hindered, but it takes an hour to recover.
Okay. Cool. That is a 28 nat 20
Oh my God.
hit.
Oh, since I'm no longer touching you, you're fine. Instant recovery.
Instant recovery on all. Yeah, she has to be in contact with things to affect them.
Oh, wow.
Same. Because that nausea, that would also instantly.
Okay, now we know that. Both are
Yeah.
instant recovery debuffs.
I like the same.
That was a crit though. So that's a 28 total versus your dodge.
Yeah.
Parry.
You got
Yes.
a 20, so you hit and you crit. What crit stuff do you do?
What are the
There's 3 options.
what's the degree of success? Because multi-attack means that it increases the DC.
I think you have to declare multi-attack at the start.
It doesn't affect the to hit bonus. It's just a part of the. It's built into the attack.
Got it.
It's built into my close combat skill.
Ugh.
Well, the DC for my dodge and parry is 11.
Okay.
So it's
that
3
was
degrees of
28.
success.
That
So-
would mean adds
4.
another plus 5,
3.
adds another plus 10. So that is. I didn't get a chance to move enough, I don't think, to queue up like a full charge attack.
No.
So that'd be 13, 28 toughness check.
Is that all?
8.
Because I added the extra 5 for being a crit. Should I take that off? And just
No, it says plus 5 to your attack's effect rank. So yeah, I was like, how did you reach the number that high with the power level? But yeah,
Well, I guess I'm gonna see how badly I fail.
and subtract 1 from this roll because you have 1 wound.
I have 2 wounds. So,
And now you're gonna have a lot more.
yeah. So, essentially it's a 15 plus 9 is...
24?
24.
Is that? Did you subtract the 2?
I did.
1 degree of failure. You just suffer a 3rd wound.
Wow.
As you are hyper dense as he tries to like clothesline you flying down, and you sort of shirk off the majority of it. Like it stuns you, but it doesn't take you out of the fight.
Jesus.
So note that you have 3 wounds.
I do.
Okay. Turn order. You grab the flag. You grab your team's flag.
Okay.
And that's going to go ahead and be, that was a move by attack?
Yeah.
which is
So-
an advantage. So that was using a move and a standard, and you were allowed to utilize the standard anywhere during the move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can travel full move action, do the attack in the middle, and keep
Continue
going.
movement,
It's,
yeah.
It's spring attack.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's spring attack.
Nice.
That's
So-
what I was. That's what I was saying, and not as efficient words.
Sweep all the way through with the flag.
Of course. Of
Wow,
course.
This is fun. Let's do
Of
this.
course. After Isaac, the turn order shifts to Ares. He is currently stunned, so he can take no action. He
Good
begins.
turn,
he
Ares.
begins to fall.
Oh.
Oh, he's stunned?
Yes.
He's hella stunned.
I thumped him.
Yeah.
You thumped him hard.
It's good. Heat of combat stuff happened. Ares is falling.
Ares is falling.
Nuts.
Turn order shifts to Rin. Through the hole, you can see Ares falling to the
That's why I'm
ground. And
standing next to
Isaac,
it.
Isaac
she's
grabbed
like-
the flag.
As she's prepping a punch, she's like, I'll get back to you. And then her leg muscles actually seem to, as the ground sinks under her a little, and I'm going to use extraordinary effort to double the power of. Actually, I don't even have to use extraordinary effort. I can just use extra effort here to jump about 120 feet. Is he that close, or do I have to go further?
You'll have to go a little further.
Cool, then I'm going to jump 480. So, Rin just kind of like crouching tiger, and it looks like an attack is about to happen, then she just, I'll be back.
Plummet across the field towards
Plummet across
Isaac.
the field to grab Ares.
Okay, you catch Ares.
And lands on the roof of
Yeah.
the other building. And as she lands, it's very clear that the muscles in her legs are
Messed up.
Gone.
she doesn't have them anymore. So it's more of a stumbling fall.
Yep.
Stumbling fall. Sorry, I thought about the image.
Yep.
Just stumbling fall as she grabs him and power slides onto the top of the building. She's just like, "You good?"
And he is very clearly like,
As now gouts of steam are rising out of her body.
yep, and that covers the gruesome image. Turn order shifts from Rin to Allie.
That's why she steams.
Allie, Isaac caught the flag right in front of you.
Over here now.
And just very quickly over the speaker, this is a little more explosive than I thought it might be. First point wins.
That's fair.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think we want to go 2 more bouts.
Yeah.
Nope. So, Allie, the action is yours. And Robin, you are on deck. So be thinking about
Thank
it.
you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
She's sitting here with a pile of blood floating in front of her face, so I'm gonna throw it at Isaac.
Yep. The blood from Ares
So-
pooled in front of her.
Essentially, the visuals reached out, grabbed, and the blood from his fingernails is just like a weird amorphous, like anti-gravity blob in front of me.
Why are we all so gross? Why is this?
Because
who
you
we are?
built that way.
We did.
That side of the table's gross.
I just saw a
You,
lot of
you
math
guys are
happening.
just nauseous. Yeah. You guys are complex. They're
Whoa.
gross.
Whoa.
And
Math is gross.
Yeah.
Gross math.
she opens it up into the shape of a kanji for sorry. And
That's adorable.
pushes it just at Isaac using, in this case, blast rank 4, so that's a ranged touch attack or just a
It's
ranged
just a ranged
attack?
attack.
There is no such thing as a ranged touch attack. You're
Right.
making a ranged attack versus 10 plus his dodge score. His dodge score is 10, so the DC is 20.
God.
So you need a 15 or better, I believe.
That's a 10.
That's 16.
16 is not going to do it, as the blood comes floating maliciously.
It's
this sort of
not
splashes.
going at speed. It just sort of like splashes you disgustingly.
Ugh.
Gross.
Isn't that good?
Gross. Turn order shifts from Allie to Robin.
I'm sorry.
I would like to
An action you can take
drop to the ground. So essentially making myself regular density and just dropping to the
Yep.
ground.
So use
Um,
accurate attack, which gives you
Are there
+1,
any
+2
like
for a small
stones nearby?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. I would like to pick up a stone
Thank you.
and chuck it at Isaac.
Yep.
Super dense. Thrown weapon mastery.
Yep, go ahead and make a ranged attack. DC 21.
DC 21.
That's your dodge is 10, right?
20.
DC 20. DC 20.
DC 20. Okay. And this is
Legally, you
counting
can't
as
get
an
21.
improvised weapon.
Yep.
Okay. So that is a 14.
14 is
That's
not
gonna do it.
21. So you hurl this rock, and
Why, thank you.
it flies with startling speed as it becomes on throw hyper, like the opposite of dense is
Not dense.
Not dense.
Light?
Hyper light, and then she throws it with all that momentum of it weighing nothing, and it regains its density and like craters towards Isaac, but he manages to get out of the way.
Isaac doing work right now.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac is
Dodgy.
Dodgy boy.
Just dodgy.
Isaac is.
Can't hit
You
me.
just gotta hit him. You just gotta hit him.
Yeah.
Turn order shifts from Robin to Jareth.
That's my standard.
Yeah, you have a move
for
because
my-
you fell as a free action.
Yeah,
Yep.
for my move, I would just like to get right up next to him.
Sure, you're right up
Essentially
next to Isaac.
following the thing.
Cool, Jareth. He's gonna start running.
Haha, loser.
Turn order shifts to Isaac as Jareth. Jareth is huffing and puffing to get across the battlefield. He will arrive.
The one non-mobile combatant.
Yep.
Your power's really cool. Thanks for showing it off.
What are you doing? Please announce before you roll the die.
Unarmed attack.
Okay, on. Okay.
Punching her.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Anything
What
over
degree?
DC is still 11.
So that would be 2 degrees of success.
No,
Three.
no. You. What is your damage rank?
Just the I need to know what degree of hitting with multi-attack. Multi-attack affects how well you hit. It then adds to the DC of the toughness check.
Got it. That's
So-
gonna be 2 degrees.
Okay, so then there will be a +2 to the DC. That means you have a DC 16 toughness check.
DC 16.
Yep.
And I'm still at a -2 still?
Minus
or -3?
3 because you have 3 wounds.
So. Oof. Yeah, that's a 10.
Oof.
That was a 4.
And
as the
this was a
roll.
grapple.
It was-
Just just
the
a punch.
hit happens first before all the BS happens after.
He was just punching her.
Okay.
Fast grab occurs after.
So you failed by 1 degree. You said you rolled a 10 versus a 16.
Yeah. So that's 2 degrees.
That is 2 degrees. That is 2 degrees. You are dazed on your next turn and 1 more wound.
Okay.
So then all of the BS happens. Fast grab for 15 total, resisted by strength or dodge.
So you either make a
So-
strength or dodge check.
So now you get a roll.
Okay.
That's a natural
20.
20.
No
That's a
grab.
success. No grapple.
She knows
So none
my
of the
secrets.
follow up happens.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, thank God, no math.
I move, just walking like around her.
Of course you do. Turn order shifts to Ares. Ares is the stun was you.
Yes.
How long does it last?
How long does that last?
That's an
Oh,
instant.
So I think he just has to keep making fortitude saves until he's good.
What's the DC?
It's written.
What's the rank of the power?
It's DC 14.
Okay, he succeeds, and he.
Warning.
What the? You have no legs.
Not yet.
Okay. What's the? And he uses his
And then
move
she
action.
points.
Well, everyone's on the floor now.
We're all on the ground.
Yep.
We are?
Yes,
We are
they are. You're the only one still flying.
3-dimensional combat.
Clinging to the flag.
3-dimensional combat. That's why we don't take flyers in D&D.
Oh, I explicitly forbid them.
But this isn't D&D. This is Heroes, and I can't forbid flying.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he uses his move action to run to the edge of the building, and just and he's going to use his standard to charge. He is going to charge. What team is he on? Okay, he's
With us. That's why I caught him.
He's gonna charge Alan.
Okay.
He's on the other team too.
So what is? I have these. I need to stop asking.
My DC is 13.
Your DC is 11 because it's versus your parry. It's a close
Got it.
attack.
He's punching you.
Yeah. So he's gonna hit.
I'm going to hit.
You make a toughness check. It is going to be DC 20. Because it's 15 plus 8.
He did it.
Nat 20?
No, I got
19.
19 plus 3 gets me to a 22.
Yeah. So
She's
he
so
comes
tough.
flying in, like, and his talons would have cut through you,
but I
but
messed
they're
those
not there
talons up.
anymore. And his fingers, like, knuckle drag across your face.
Isn't that great?
Yep. And turn order shifts.
Leaving bloody little marks.
Well, you've got the flag still.
Uh-huh, I know.
This close to their base. Turn order shifts from Ares to Rin.
So in Gouts of Steam, the first injury that Rin sustained actually was the punch.
Uh-huh.
So Steam actually bellows out of her mouth as her organs repair themselves first.
Yep. As your generation kicks in, 1 wound per round, I believe, for you?
1 wound every other round.
Every other
That's why I
round.
have this coin so I can flip it.
Thank you.
And then she's just kind of buckle down for a second, and the steam begins to pour even more vigorously off her legs as I make a heal check.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not exhausted nor fatigued anymore.
Cool.
As Rin just and her legs very rapidly sew themselves back to a functional point.
It's like watching muscle sinews become whole.
Yeah. Because her legs don't actually explode, they just use everything in them.
Yeah,
and now
no.
everything's back.
The lipids and joints and muscles all tear to shreds. You eviscerate them.
And then I put them back. I'm just like, get better.
Yep.
And then to flavor that healing, she swigs another one of those protein things. And I still have a move action.
Yeah, you do.
I jump at Allie. And I'm now next to you.
She's in the air.
I know.
I know.
She's on top. She was like on top of the building or something.
Yeah, I was on top of the building.
She just jumps.
How are you not falling?
I'm either going to fall onto her,
Got
or
it.
at the start of my next turn,
Got it.
grab her.
Okay.
Take a flag.
So that is where you are currently. Ha!
If everyone else is gonna fight in 3 dimensions, I'm gonna fight in 3 dimensions.
Allie, the turn is yours.
Fly away! I fly away!
As you have Ares in front of you in the air and Rin above you in the air.
I know. I'm not used to these situations. Okay, we're fine.
It's nothing personal.
I know. I'm going to just move myself. There's no attack of opportunity. I can just
Nope.
move the fuck away.
Understandable.
Yep.
At least away from you, because I know how hard you hit. So I'm actually just going to move like 50 feet away, just so that way her trajectory won't hit me. She
Yeah,
can
she's just
plummet.
gonna fall.
She can
Yeah,
just
I'm
plummet.
just gonna hit the ground.
Fine.
Yep.
It's fine. I'll be okay.
And with your standard?
That would be... Yeah, that would be my standard.
No, that is your move. What would you like to do with your standard?
Oh, right. I'm fine. We're okay.
You could always take aim.
Okay, you were showing me the sheet, but
So
explain
take
to me
aim.
the sheet.
As a standard action, you can take aim, and you can basically pick a target and say, I'm gonna hit you next turn, and you get a +5 to hit them next turn.
Yep.
And I point at him because he's the hardest motherfucker to hit at the table.
It's true.
He is.
I stacked everything.
Yep. Because you are a glass cannon. The moment you get hit, you drop.
Kind of.
You have a -1 toughness.
Can't relate.
I still have the flag.
You do still have the flag. So does Ares.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No,
Isaac has the
Isaac
flag.
Right,
has it now.
Isaac. Yeah. You
And
and
we're
Isaac.
a lot closer to their base than we are
You're
to
outside of
ours.
it.
Yes, I know. So actually for my move, I'm going to, I guess I need to get a little bit closer to the ground, but I'm going to position myself again on a diagonal from Isaac.
Sure.
But as far away as I can get from him that he's still in my range,
Yep.
but at least further away from
99
the
feet.
base.
Yep.
99 feet on
So
a
you're at
diagonal.
like the halfway point of the map.
Uh-huh. So it's at least a little bit harder.
This measly little jump just... I've been like, damn it.
You're like, I'm gonna hit that ground.
How are you not surprised? And I will take aim, and it's just like the looking at, but basically I'm just zeroing in on your heartbeat.
He's having a great time.
I'm taking it to like
Yeah,
listen.
actually, it's more of a.
I'm just sort of like, if it were an anime, everything would go quiet and people would just like highlight as heartbeat rhythms. And I
Awesome.
would just pinpoint in on yours.
And turn order's gonna shift to Robin.
Okay. I would like to
Jareth,
use
you're on deck.
my move to just move closer to my base.
Okay.
Just running. And turn to Isaac and say, "Come at me then." And spend my standard on an active defense, specifically weapon bind. If he does try to unarmed attack me or grab me in some way, I would like to attempt to bind and disarm the flag into my hand.
That's cool.
Sick as hell.
Ooh.
Cool. That's your move in your standard. Turn order shifts to Jareth. He has made it to halfway across the battlefield, and he's on your team. So he's just like, give.
I'm above him somewhere.
Drop it.
He's faster than you.
Turn order? No. He's literally below you. Drop the fucking flag if you want. You don't have to.
Sure, you're sticky.
And it accelerates into his hand. And he closes his fist. And you watch as he just presses his knuckles, like, into place. And turns around and runs back.
You bitch.
Turn order's gonna shift from Jareth to Isaac. Yep, this is 1 round now.
Yeah. because I'm trying desperately to take out the meta knowledge of that's so smart of a tactic, but at the same time, there's a thing that I can do that could potentially just win.
Winning is usually the better strategy.
Did you have anything that you didn't show off yet?
Yes.
What?
You'll have to see.
Okay. Let us do a move by attack. Since on Robin.
Because you could hit anyone on the fucking field.
Since we're getting in the habit of declaring all of the things.
Please, that is a habit that should be kept.
We're gonna do a move by attack that is an armed attack. I'm also going to be making a second type of multi-attack. Meaning I'm gonna go through her and to Jareth.
Okay, so you're making multi-attack
Which means
on 2 targets, so you're suffering a minor penalty,
yes,
correct?
to a singular -1 to both. So, or I should say no, a -2.
It's a -2, yeah, I was going to say, there's no -1s in this game except for wounds.
We do 2s and 5s.
Yep.
So, to hit is going to be a 13 on Robin.
Versus your
yes.
your active parry, because you said you engaged in active defense.
Active defense.
Which means you roll it,
Okay.
right?
Because
I thought passive was don't roll, active is do roll.
And then if you roll it, you get to just add, like it can't be counted as less than a 10.
Yes. So
Okay.
you roll it and add it to your parry. If it is less than 10, then
Do you add 10 or do you just...
what's
Well,
the,
it's a 17.
then you're fine.
So
Yep.
Yeah,
total
you're good.
18.
You're
Yeah.
solid.
Weapon bind, correct?
Yes, weapon bind means I can attempt a disarm immediately.
So go ahead and roll a close attack at a -2.
Okay.
And it is opposed. Well, first you have to hit.
Yeah. That's a 17.
17 does not meet his parry. His parry is 20.
Damn.
Moving through to now.
Physically couldn't do it.
Not with a
A nat 20 could.
Natural
Nat 20's up a success rank, no matter what.
20 is sacred.
Natural 20s are sacred in the system. A natural 20 is a success. It's a hit. It's a...
Yeah.
You did the thing.
And if you exceed otherwise, then you get the bonus effects, but nat 20s are always hits no matter what.
This would be only an 11 to hit.
Yeah, that's not going to hit Jareth.
Cool.
As you fly past him, holding
I'm
his...
going to spend my hero point to take an extra standard action to try again and hit him.
Yep.
Because,
Is your movement stopping at him?
It is going to, because I'm not making this a slam
Okay.
attack for more accuracy.
Okay.
15.
15 will exceed his current parry.
By any factor or just a single success.
Single success.
Cool. Okay. He makes a DC 14.
He succeeds. That is a natural 15.
Grab is a 12. He can resist with dodge or strength.
He's going to resist with strength. He fails by 2 degrees.
Okay. So
Sure.
he is now a lot of things.
Yep.
God, I keep doing that in the wrong order.
He's an NPC, so
Now-
you built the complex character, so...
Yeah.
I punch stuff.
So does Jareth.
I think he's already impaired as a part of the just stage 1 grab, so I don't have to do the nausea thing at all. And I'm going to be using the gravity changing to...
Oh, dirty. I see what you're doing.
and that's a 19, again resisted by strength, because I'm trying to move him.
He fails because most of his strength doesn't come from his actual strength.
I take him into my
Yep.
base.
As you grab him, adjust gravity, and he had previously literally locked the everything into his hand. He doesn't have time to not.
Yeah.
As plummeting through the base with
The flag.
red team's flag.
You
And
did it.
you hear ding dong.
Huh?
And that is the end of our first bout. Thank you very much, students. Our medic will be with you shortly. And if you want a moment of roleplay before the medic, by all means. As everyone is like recovering, just like, fuck.
What was your power?
Me? This is Jareth
Hold him
here.
up. Hold him up.
He takes your hand and you can't let go.
Okay. Then
I mean,
my
you pull him up, but you can't let go.
Well, my stuff activates too. Are we doing this?
Dusting off.
I'm not trying to. One moment. And he taps here, and it's magnetic repulsion. It's boom, your hands fly apart.
What was that? That was so cool. What's your power?
Micromagnesis.
That's really
I can affect things on a much smaller scale, but most things are composed of those small things, so...
Are you okay?
It's just nauseous.
Okay, run out and check on other people.
Yeah, everyone
You
sort
okay?
of gathers. The
I'm
flags just sort
fine.
of fall to the wayside.
You did some really cool things out there. That was really cool. I like the rock thing.
Ares walks over to Allie, looking at his nails.
Allie can specifically, like, not quite... She's also horrified staring at his nails very uncomfortably.
Robin walks.
How you feeling, Ares?
My ego is injured more than I am.
Understandably.
So,
Well executed, the rest of you.
Sorry.
Why? You used your powers in about where we were told to.
Is he gonna get another chance to show what he can do?
I imagine this won't be the first test. Or rather, the last. It is the first.
No, we
Still
took a
works.
test before this.
Don't we have to pass?
that, huh?
Yeah, she was up to bat, and it looks like you weren't. So,
Mm.
Are you okay?
Oh, so you're dumb. Got it.
and you're a sore loser. Got it.
Ooh, it's spicy. I hope to see you all next time. And
I thought you did great. Like you were trying your
Blood
hardest out
spattered
there.
all over Isaac's face.
At least you didn't live in your sweater.
the tension at the table is rich. The doors open, and a very tall, very simply dressed man, maybe 6'3", 6'4", fair skin and blonde hair falling in a neat sort of wispy air about him, walks over, his hands clasped in front of him. How are we all feeling?
I feel incredible.
I'm fine.
I believe there are some injuries that need tending to. Are your legs okay, miss?
Yeah, and then she basically like holds a knee up and slaps it a couple times. She's like, in a couple minutes, it'll be good as new.
And
Wonderful.
Allie just points at Ares.
Yes, no, he's not the only one injured. A good
And
few
then
of
Rin
you.
points at Jareth.
And Jared's just like, "Ugh, fuck me.
Did you get a chance to go like punch to punch with him? Who is the better puncher?
And around his neck, he takes off this little pendulum.
Did you get a chance to see who is the better puncher?
I landed a better punch. His only lasted for maybe 13 seconds.
And as the two of you
His
stare
punch
at it
only lasted?
actively, you forego your will saves and find yourselves asleep momentarily. And everyone who's not being healed by this man.
DC 45.
No. What's your will save?
21.
21 does not succeed.
Oh, no, Rin's not even looking.
No, Rin's not looking. Rin doesn't need it. But everyone else, Rin, you're the only one who doesn't sort of immediately fall asleep.
She's like, oh, wow.
And
Nap time, I
he
guess.
just, to the sound of my voice, the wounds you feel are temporary and will pass in a moment's notice. Return to the holding rooms where you will be given your next test.
Can do.
And everyone sleepwalks, except for you, towards the holding rooms.
Okay. Can I
Yep.
ask your name?
You can call me the Somnambulance.
How do I spell that?
SOMNAMBULANCE.
You have a delightful voice.
Thank you. It is helpful in my profession to have a soothing tone.
Understandably so. Holding room?
Holding room. If you would
Rin
make
is
sure.
already jogging.
Could you hold him so he doesn't float off?
Grab.
Yeah,
Hold.
as Isaac
Run,
is
run, run.
constantly floating.
Oh, wait. And then steam as her body resumes normal color and she... Okay.
And you guys make your way into the elevator, where door closes, ding dong, and a new holding room with no students opens up, as you are all led into it, and the sleep paralysis and sleepwalking end, and you all feel refreshed. No more wounds on anyone. No status effects. All things have been healed by the absurd amount of regeneration ranks he has.
Hey, you guys look great.
That felt really good.
It did.
That felt so good. If we're on a team next time, I got an idea. We do the cannonball thing.
I was thinking something similar.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Hungry? It's a protein shake.
Sweet.
Just microdosed.
Meaning?
Meaning that it's
Steroids.
dense.
I'm
Dense
not
as you're basically drinking oatmeal.
I can't handle very much. I may have to give this back to you later.
Oh, you already drank 300 calories. You're good.
Allie tentatively offers you a lollipop instead.
Thanks.
Sometimes I tuck them into the drink.
Oh, like a stir stick?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
She takes the protein shake from me and gives it back to you. Meta.
You guys have a moment if there's any roleplay you wanted to happen between the players. As the doors open and every now and then and more students usher in, you recognize Terrence and Rex at one point.
Hey!
And otherwise you haven't met any of the people coming in, but you're welcome to introduce yourself at this point to any of your future classmates as they are all in this room. If you guys want a rundown, let's do it, because we've got a stream going. So,
I'm going to use a rundown actually since I've heard it too quick to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
So-
will be following you.
the students who come into the room, we've already seen Rex and Terrence, the brothers. Kurt D. Howitzer, the third, thank you. Orange curly locks of hair, wafting very gently on his head, British in his tonality. A simple blue scarf atop a green jacket, atop a grey shirt, with a little mechanical spider on his shoulder. We've already met Ares
Spider
and
code.
Jareth. We have Lenny as the name that she goes by. Lenny is the name that she goes by, and she's this really bright-natured girl who's got this very obvious, like, white sort of clown makeup thing going on with blush on either cheek and maybe the rest of her face, but who cares really? She's got her hair in this neon green double bun Princess Leia sort of thing going about, and she has infinite energy. We have Thea. She enters the room very quietly, dressed in simple green with antlers coming out of her head on either side, rather. And then very confidently walking into the room, basically a jock. She's got red hair and a tight ponytail, and she walks in wearing a tracksuit, hand in either pocket, confidently. Along with her is another girl who she's got kind of on her arm. This other girl is shy, timid, looking down. This is Ramona Casahara. She is hoodie, a facial mask covering her face, purple hair covering her eyes. She is hiding from everyone that she can, and Rita is guiding her in. If anyone needs more description of any character, feel free to ask either in person or in the chat, because we do have a couple of people. Thank you guys, by the way, as we take this small break as people run to the bathroom. And
sorry, go on.
there is notably one student I haven't mentioned.
Okay, I was literally about to ask. I have one more name on this list.
Make a will save.
Ryan.
Make a will save?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's not a good one. I got a 10.
Yeah. No, this is everyone.
Cool. We've got everybody here.
You guys are welcome to make will saves too.
I would like to make a will save.
13.
18.
Yeah, no, this is everyone. There's a gaggle of students that come in otherwise, but this is it.
I would like to roll investigation on Ramona, because I remember she's something of a public figure.
Okay, make an investigation check.
That's
This
a
is going to be
23.
okay. That is going to be success on a challenging DC of 20. So, Ramona Casahara. Years ago, the Casahara family name was put on display for all to see at the center of a sensitive court case regarding super regulations. That is all you know of the Casahara family name. You don't know the details of the case; they were kept private, but you know it was sort of in the case of or the span of contemporary super regulations. It is one of the most topical cases that has come up. And names are exchanged via gossip and communication with these NPCs. If there are any of the students you would like to blatantly talk to, by all means, now is your time to approach one of them.
Allie doesn't blatantly talk to him, but she
Kurt D.
very
Howitzer
clearly
III.
looks at him and then looks away, flushing, and then just sits over his larva.
Oh yeah, last describing factor for Kurt. He has these big, like, circular Harry Potter glasses, because he's a geek.
And Allie thinks he's super cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm welcoming committee style.
Yep.
The first people in the room.
Yep.
I'm introducing to everyone that I haven't introduced myself to.
And not a single one of them tells you what their power is. Except for Lenny. And he's like, oh, I'm really springy. Like, I have so much momentum going about me. If you hit me, I'm just going to bounce right back.
Ooh, okay. Gotta think about that one.
Everyone else is very much like, I might be fighting these people. I'm not going to tell them what I am capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they all get what mine is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can say what it is and they still don't understand.
Fair.
God, I watched you do it and I still don't understand.
I do.
He clips to reality. That's all we need to know.
He's a Skyrim glitch in person.
And so everyone is brought in, and this is a much smaller group. And when I say that, it is still about 30 to 40 students, but you get the feeling that you're the only 30 to 40 students.
Oh.
As for whatever reason, you have been sorted into this group. And a voice over the radio intercom once more. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, prospective students of New Dawn University. I am happy to say that all of you, in some way, shape, or form, have met certain prospective calibers we're looking for. That is to say, these tests were not designed to be cumulative so much as they were one at a time. You've passed the previous examination, be it your technical prowess or your heroic endeavors, and different people in the room react to different moments that he mentions. Now, we would be having a secondary round here, and then a third, but, huh? Okay, we've got time. The honcho says we got time. So, we're going to go ahead and randomize some names up on that screen one more time. You're going to be broken into teams of 4, and I hope you get to know these people very well, as they will be helping you determine if you are moving forward.
Congratulations on making it this far, everyone.
And that sentiment is returned among a good group of the students. And the two groups that matter.
Yeah.
Touche.
Rin, Allie, Kurt, and Lenny. And then Isaac, Robin, Terrence, and Rex.
So we are with Lenny and Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or with Terrence and Rex.
Yep.
And you would have noticed Ali give Kurt a look, blush, and then studiously not look at him again.
Yes, 3rd grade tactic.
Nope.
And then Rin notes this and escorts the group together.
Doesn't care.
If you'll all please, there are other names obviously on this board.
I don't care about any of the other
But
ones.
we're not going to go through 40
I caught my
students.
bracket.
Yep. And
what about
lo and
Steve?
behold, the
Steve Stevenson.
8 of you make your way once more.
He's the invisible kid.
Steve.
Steve. Into the elevator, which this time goes up and then moves forward before going down again. It is of note at this point that the elevator likewise is made of that similar durable aluminum.
Neat.
And I will wait for Isaac to return before describing any further.
Can I roll an investigation to see if there's a super that I'm aware of that manipulates aluminum?
Sure, make that check. Who are you?
Hi, Kurt. Good to meet you. I'm Rin.
Hello, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And this is Allie.
Allie. Wonderful. Kurt D. Howitzer III. Thank you.
And Lenny, I believe it was?
Yeah, my name's Lenny. It's really nice to meet you guys. I'm Lenny. And her arm wobbles as she shakes yours.
Mine do that sometimes too.
Oh yeah, but mine is like totally unconscious. It happens all the time.
Oh, I usually pulp my bones
She
first.
walks like one of those like old-timey cartoon characters that are very like...
Oh dang, we're going old Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, she walks like an old Disney character.
Neat.
Yeah.
Well, ganbate.
Yeah. I don't know what she said.
Good luck.
We won't need it.
It more closely translates to do your best.
Oh, well, I'm always doing my best, except when I'm not, but I am at least trying to do my best.
As long as it's your best today.
Yeah! And the elevator kind of splits and gives you 4 a moment.
So that was a 28 on my investigation.
Oh no, this is absolutely the work of a super. You're not sure who.
Ah.
Dang it.
Yeah, if he were in the public eye, you would know who he was. This is not a hero that has a lot of renown. Perhaps they are super that is not in fact a hero, just a super.
Ooh.
And so we have the two of you with the Friedman brothers, not twins, brothers. Hey guys, I'm Terrence. This is Rex. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
And
Terrence.
your hand goes a little frigid to the touch.
Yes. I'm familiar with your work.
What?
You're a
Oh,
professional.
I mean, I guess, yeah,
Yes.
kind of.
You are.
Yeah,
What do you
snowboarding. I'm being scouted for the Olympics next year, but
Congratulations.
thank you. I try not to brag too much, but it's come up twice today, and it's really awkward because I don't like talking about it. It's just something I do for fun, and this is Rex, who he's taken his clamshells off and lowered them a bit. Hello.
What are your powers?
How can we work together?
One moment. As one of you goes to speak, no sound. As you continue to speak, no sound. And you just hear very low resonance. Close your, plug your ears. And you watch as he snaps his clamshells back on. And just, all of the sound that was negated comes out forcefully in a shockwave.
So would it help if we just like yelled a whole bunch?
Yes.
Oh, no.
How about you, Terrence?
Well, the snowboarding thing, I don't do it in the super category. I do it in the normal category because doing it in the super category would be kind of unfair.
That's the whole point of a super category.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think there's anyone who could compare to what I can do as far as snow is concerned.
What can you do?
Why not? And he blows a cloud of snow into the air, and it just sort of begins falling in the elevator ride.
Christmas morning is going to be a blast.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could, if we're doing capture the flag again, maybe we could have him bury the flag.
That's an option. And for sure, cannonball.
And so
much fun.
the elevators go to separate sides of...
Oh, you should have Rex come with you.
But that's not cannonball anymore.
Well, if
We'll
you're
talk
able to-
about it when we know what we're doing.
All right.
Then he puts the
Those are
clamshells
options.
back on, one ear slightly off to the side.
So Rex is headphones or snowboard?
Rex's headphones,
Okay.
Terrence's snowboard.
Cool. Board of snow.
Bored of snow. He's tired of it. He's tired of the snow. That's why he doesn't want to use his powers. Character flaw. I don't want to use my superpowers because they're boring. So the
I'm
teams
afraid of social rejection.
are separated, brought to a new platform, and this time you enter an open space of about 50 feet across. 50 by 50. It goes up about 30 this time, a little more prohibitive. In the center of the room, there are 2 rubber balls lined up along a white chalky line.
Dodgeball.
Hello,
F
hello,
yeah.
hello. Please do not exit the elevators until I instruct you to do so. It is me again, Megaphone, back with the second objective at hand. Everyone has demonstrated a little bit of what they can do. Raw strength, power, versatility, agility, so on. Show off. Ding dong. Everyone roll for initiative.
18.
15.
That's a 5.
It's a 13.
Okay, one moment. Hold your numbers, please. Okay, from the top.
18.
Okay, reroll.
8.
Actually, hold on. What's your agility bonus?
6.
Okay, so it'll be Isaac first again. Isaac, followed by Kurt. Did anyone tie with 17?
No.
Okay, Lenny. Between 17 and 13, do I have anyone?
15.
Okay, 15 for Rin. Okay. Anyone else between 17 and 13? Between 15 and 13? No? Okay.
I'm at 13.
13, roll again. I'm sorry, what is your agility bonus? We don't reroll.
1.
Okay, Terrence is gonna go before you. Followed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Followed by Robin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 people left.
I got a 5.
Cool, you're before Rex. Rex got a 2.
Good.
Oof.
Sounds like he didn't do so good.
Cool. You guys know your teams, and you think you know what you're about to do, as he just said, show off, and the bell chimed. Isaac, you have the first action.
Just line 2 dodgeballs?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab both of the dodgeballs and take them back to my team.
You do so.
You
Kurt.
get one.
You watch Kurt as he grabs his spider and crushes it.
Oh.
And then he like throws his scarf up for a second, and behind it forms a shield.
Done.
Just a small little buckler.
As a free action, I want to be wishing everyone, hey everybody, hope we have a good game. I don't know the rules yet, but I'm just gonna play this as dot and just to fill the sound.
Yep.
The free action in response, you're gonna die!
That's Isaac and Kurt. Turn order shifts to Lenny, who is on the turn with Kurt. Okay, so Isaac's here. 2 balls.
Mm-hmm.
God, this is gonna be hellish to track. I love it.
Wish you luck.
I did this to myself.
Ganbate.
What do you want to, Terrence?
Yeah, sure. So Terrence has a ball. I'm going to use 2 coins. If anyone has spare coins for a moment.
You have spare
We have
points.
a
These?
bunch.
Okay.
No, those are hero points.
Okay. That's 4 hero points.
That's just as many as you want to dole out.
Okay. So I've got Robin and Terrence with balls.
Cool.
And turn order is currently Lenny's. So Lenny is going to just like, she sort of bounces in place and she's like, I've never really played dodgeball before because I thought it would be unfair if I was in dodgeball, but I mean, if we're playing dodgeball, I'm going to play dodgeball. So if we catch the ball, does it mean that they're out or does it mean that we're out? I mean, should I be catching the ball? What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
Catch it. Let's see.
Okay! So she's going to active defense parry. Or active defense dodge. Because parry, it mechanically does not work in that way. Turn order's going to shift to Rin.
I don't know what I can do. Because I don't think
If you
I'm
pop
allowed
the
to
ball,
pass
they
the
can't hit you
line.
with it.
Touche! But I don't have either of them.
Nope.
So I'm going to delay.
Okay. Do you have a held action or a delay in the initiative you'd
I'm
like to move
going to
to?
delay in the initiative just until I can do anything.
Okay,
At the
so...
moment, Rin's just powering up.
Cool. Terrence's turn. He's got a ball. He's gonna go. Okay. I guess I'm throwing this. Cool. And one of the gloves just sort of. He has little latches on the gloves where you sometimes have that little flap, and he just hooks that and pulls the glove off, and creates a snowbank ahead of him, and melds basically a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
That's his turn.
Dang.
Turn order shifts from Terrence to Robin. Robin, you have a ball.
Okay. Does the ramp's gonna shoot it in the direction of a person, or the ramp is just there?
The ramp would be terrible to throw up. Like you.
For him traveling, he's gonna try to like skate up a bit.
Got
Yep.
it.
He's going to Silver Surfer this.
Okay.
Yup.
In that case, I would like to make the ball super dense and throw it at
Your opponents
Allie.
are Rin, Allie, Kurt, and Lenny. Okay, Allie, your dodge score is 3, so it's a DC 13 to hit.
Yep. That hits. She rolled 13.
Okay, there's no damage. It hits. You feel yourself frozen in place.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Tagged out.
Turn order shifts from Robin to
Wait,
Allie.
where does the ball go?
It stops in front of her.
Okay, because I delayed, so I would like to put my turn into the initiative now.
Yep.
As basically, I just lunge out, grab it, and straight at Robin.
Okay, throwing it back at Robin. Robin, what's your dodge? I have these numbers.
11.
I got a 21.
Yeah, that's a hit. You go.
Interpose.
Hmm?
Interpose. I can use a reaction to move my full move speed and take a hit that would be meant to the ally for an ally.
Okay. Isaac is frozen. So Isaac is frozen.
Huh.
And
Good catch! Bad dodge!
Isaac is frozen. There's one ball on either side.
No, both back over there.
And both are back over there.
Because what's-his-face never threw it.
Yep. Terrence has a ball. Right. Terrence has a ball. There's one on the floor. Isaac is frozen. Allie is frozen. Turn order shifts to the top. Isaac is frozen. Turn order shifts to Kurt D. Howitzer, who he's gonna go ahead and move over to Allie. And he's gonna go. Might as well. You're unfrozen. You're back in the initiative order.
Is it a move or a standard to unfreeze someone?
Standard.
Cool.
It
And
was a lot easier than I thought.
yep. And now we are playing Prison Ball, except simpler. Turn order shifts from Kurt to Lenny. Lenny is going to be like, well, I mean, this isn't really doing a lot as she's sort of bouncing around. do you know what happens if... You know, I'm gonna try it. And she jumps over the line. And freezes on their side.
I don't know how we're gonna get her.
Turn order shifts to Terrence. He's like,
Browns.
oh, okay. And he's going to just set the ball down on his side, behind the snowbank. And he just, from under the coat, takes out a snowboard. Sets it down. And he begins, like, building this sort of cold energy behind him, pointed at the bottom of the ramp. That is his turn.
Wait, I thought he used his turn to make the snowbank.
That was his first
Last
turn.
turn. That was his
This
first
is
turn.
second turn.
Yep. Ooh, this is a fast initiative compared to the last one.
No one's flying.
Thank you.
Turn order is
Sorry.
Robin.
I would like to. It's a standard to unfreeze.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta
In
do.
the game.
That's
Yep.
fair. In which case, but Allie's unfrozen already.
Yep.
Dang.
The only person currently frozen, Isaac and Lenny.
Isaac is too much of an asset. Unfreeze Isaac for my standard, and then pick up the ball and move behind the snowbank.
Sure, there's
So
two
I'm
balls
in
behind the
full
snowbank.
cover.
Yep, you have two
Oh,
balls behind the snowbank,
bullshit.
both in full cover. That's gonna be there. Turn order shifts from Robin to Allie, who's unfrozen. As
Yeah,
Kurt
well,
just,
your cover is bullshit.
as Kurt literally, are you okay?
Yes.
Good.
And I just looked and... Your cover's bullshit. That's Sarah letting you know.
I
What do
know.
you do? What do you... I don't know. She gestures at her massive
And she
pants.
gestures at her body.
I already got some.
Then do it and get rid of the cover.
Fine. Okay.
What would you like to do, Allie?
It's gonna be so disgusting, but I'm gonna do it. I want to send a bunch of warm blood at the snowbank and try to melt it.
Okay.
And fuck.
Counter.
Ooh. Or cover or person.
Whichever. Person.
Thank you. Okay, then I'm going.
People win games. Cover does not.
Thank you. I know that you can give up your standard to get an extra move. Can you go the other way around with
No.
it?
No.
Okay.
No.
That would be awesome.
You do have a hero point that you can use to take an extra standard action.
Correct.
That's true.
I do.
3 of you still have hero points.
Then I'm going
Those
to.
two use theirs.
2 of you still have hero points.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I give us physical tokens.
Nice.
Although mine was officially a power stunt, or did we still call?
Yeah,
call
I
that hero?
thought you just extra efforted. I don't think you used to.
You extra efforted and didn't want to be fatigued.
Right.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Then I'm going to do the extra effort hero point thing so I can take 2 standards without
Cool.
being fatigued.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
Cool.
giving that over to you because I'm going to use my first standard to zero in on his heartbeat.
So an aim of +5.
Aim of +5 because you're a dodgy little snot. I want to try and hit you.
What are you trying to do?
Just bolt him.
Affliction would make more sense, but like a blood bullet would be just so much more dramatic.
Do it.
Fuck it, let's be dramatic.
Blood bullet.
Be dramatic.
The voice said show off.
Dramatic.
Voice said show off. So I'm gonna roll to see to hit and then see if I can describe from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Where's she getting the blood from?
in this case it's
From
The
a
pants.
+11 because +5
and then
from
your
standard
yep,
and then
plus 11.
+6.
That's a 20!
That's
That
a
does it.
31. 31 exceeds. So
God, I hope 31
So
hits.
because it's a
Suck this
critical,
jack.
you have 3 options you can do. You can add another effect to this ability. You can choose an alternate effect for this ability, or you can add +5 to the DC he's rolling against. Those are the 3 things you can do on a crit.
So basically I decide he takes more damage or he takes another status effect,
Pretty much.
essentially.
Or something
Or something else.
Or something
completely
else happens.
Yes. Or it's like, oh, I want to disarm with that crit, you know? Alternate effect. So, added effect, alternate effect, or increased effect.
Then as an added effect,
Okay, this will be an this will be an additional status effect, basically.
Cool.
I guess. Or I'm trying to affect the snowbank in basic in a sense that I melt and destabilize enough that it collapses and destroys their cover. No, that's not going
Because
to
you
work.
were attacking
Yeah.
Isaac.
I'm attacking Isaac, but are you behind the snowbank?
No.
You're on,
No.
you're on top of it.
Basically,
Isaac's
no,
right up
no.
in front.
Snowbank.
Isaac's in front.
Okay, so if we have an even field, Snowbank's here, Isaac's here.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not even in cover.
Yeah,
No.
I'm in cover.
Yes, you are.
She's the smart one.
I think everyone except Isaac is in cover.
Mhm.
I just got well, I didn't get my turn back. I just poofed into existence again.
Basically, I want to thunk him and then at least render some kind of dazed, I guess, would be the best way to go.
Okay, so you'd like to apply dazed as part of it.
Cool.
Apply dazed, unless you would allow me to essentially try and hit 2 targets with the 1 roll.
Multi-attack is...
Not quite in the realm of what I'm doing. Fair.
Yeah, because it says alternate effect can't do extra effort, and extra effort is how you could theoretically flex into multi-attack.
Cool,
So let's punch a guy.
So you're adding dazed?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to make a toughness check versus...
12.
Oh.
Well, that fails.
Okay.
I'll hit you.
What is your...
Blast rank.
My blast rank is blast rank 4.
So 19, so 2 degrees of failure.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is a DC 10 on the resistance for dazed with the added effect from a crit. Or 15 for damage effect. So DC 15. Dazed, I'll say, versus fortitude.
Fortitude. Okay. 14 roll on the fortitude.
Okay, so you are dazed, which means you only get a single standard action on your next round.
He's dazed twice.
And
double
you
dazed.
have 1... Yeah, you're dazed from the 2 wounds. So you take 1 wound. Dazed because 2 degrees of failure. So 1 wound. That is what matters. 1 wound and dazed for a turn.
And then flavor of that is Rin standing there ready for it, so okay, fine. Allie swings, and it's like she pulls... We've done this before! You're fine! And it's just like out of her face and slings it out, shuriken style, to pepper just straight up against your chest. Just cover you in lovely little blood pellets.
Disgusting.
Very.
Disgusting. After Ali in the turn order, we shift to Rin. Because that's where you delayed to.
That's me. Well, there's not a ball on this
Nope.
side.
Robin
There
has them both
isn't.
behind a
There is
snowbank.
not.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna prepare an action. If
Okay.
a ball comes at us, I want to kick it back and see what happens.
Sure. Okay. Turn order's gonna shift to
So I'm
Rex.
just kind of boom, boom, boom.
And Rex,
boom.
he just walks over to you. No one in the room can hear sound. At all. Turn order shifts to Isaac, who's unfrozen.
Reactions are a thing. Can I stick my fingers in my ears?
Yeah, you're on his. You're not on his team, and he's behind a snowbank. But you were given a demo.
Things went silent.
Yep. Yeah.
Ren just like, man, how much blood did you pull out of my face?
Yeah. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You plug your ears. So turn order is Isaac.
My lips move as I'm saying something,
Mhm.
and legally one can make a charge attack. Because what I just want to do is push Lenny back over the edge,
Oh, that's very sweet. You succeed.
and I'm right on the edge now because that's where I have to move.
She
and my movement.
She
Then I
is
just
still
smile and wave.
she's still frozen, but like you can feel the energy of a smile. And turn order shifts from Isaac to Kay. Kurt, he sees what you do, grabs the shield, and it looks like he crushes it in his hands before turning it into earplugs, and puts them in.
Metal earplugs, uncomfortable.
Metal.
And then hands a pair to you.
I'm gonna shove them in her ears and put mine back on.
Okay, turn order shifts. L is Lenny, who's frozen. Turn order shifts to
She's unfrozen.
She's
she-
on our side, still frozen.
She's still frozen. Because she's the other team, so you couldn't unfreeze her. You moved her to her side. She can be tagged by a teammate.
So now we can do something about
Oh,
it.
it didn't automatically do it.
No, you can feel the energy of a smile.
Okay.
And turn order shifts to Terrence, who he sees what's about to happen, and it's almost as if these brothers have worked together before, as he proceeds to shove his head in the snow.
Respect.
What he was gonna do isn't what his brother wants to do. Robin, the action is yours.
I want to roll perception to essentially line up the balls so that when the sound wave hits, they will fly at people.
Yep.
Nice.
You beat him to the punch. So go ahead and make a perception check. And
That's a 22.
Success. Yeah. Who are the two targets you'd like it to aim at?
I want to aim it.
Your targets are Rin, Allie, and Kurt. Lenny is currently frozen.
Then I want to do Kurt and Rin.
Okay. You're aiming at Kurt and Rin.
Allie twice.
Lenny twice.
No.
Ricochet off
And
of
after
Lenny.
Robin, turn order shifts to Allie. You can still just barely hear heartbeats. Because your hearing is ridiculous.
My hearing is ridiculous.
And they are not a sound that is currently being dampened.
Well, good.
Voices.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to zero in on the sound boy, who actually probably has the loudest concentration coming from it anyway.
You don't hear the heartbeat, you hear the clamshells.
I respect that.
All of the noise going on.
Okay.
She's like, bad things.
Bad things.
Bad
Bad
things.
things. Bad things.
And underneath it all is just the soft, house relaxing beat. Dum,
Lovely.
dum, 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 and so on.
Then it'll probably release when I hit him anyway, so do I want to?
You don't know that.
Let's see what happens. So I'm going to try and cast Affliction.
Mm-hmm. Ranged
On
touch
him.
or ranged attack versus his.
Just
Dodge.
doing all the non-pretty ones.
That's okay. You're a humomancer. There isn't pretty.
Yeah.
One of them is a single one of them is subtle, and you don't.
Well, we're
know
not
until
doing
you
that
fall
one. Roll
over.
your dice.
Okay, so yeah, rolling Affliction on him because I ignore all that cover. Ooh, 7 and 6 gets me
13.
to 13.
That's a hit.
Oh, nice.
Ho-ho!
Yep.
You know dodge.
And now,
Yeah, he needs a fortitude save.
yeah,
What's the DC?
14.
He fails by 2 degrees.
So that's stunned.
And
No actions.
suddenly, sound just it's a soft fizzle. You can see a sound wave ripple through the room as sound resumes as normal.
And Allie didn't take her fingers out of her ears because I don't know what's gonna happen. She just swayed forward and pulled back like she's doing some kind of a weird ass
Disgusting.
dance move.
Mm-hmm.
And it just
you guys
comes
watched the
bo-
stun
snow
from
just
your
sort
side.
of turns pink.
Yeah, no, the blood pops out of his eardrums and just through the snowbank where his brother's head is buried.
Oh, I'm so disgusting. Ren, make it stop.
You chose to play a hemomancer.
I did.
You will feel the gruesome power you control.
I picked this.
Turn
You
over
will wield
shift
that in your hands.
from
I picked
Allie to Rin.
this.
Well, I still can't do anything, so I'm going to continue my little kick shuffle.
You could reactivate Lenny.
But then I wouldn't be able to kick the ball back.
Mhm.
But Lenny
Sure.
could kick the ball back. Yeah, I'm not doing anything else, so I'm going to tag Lenny, and then I'm going to move in front of Allie.
Okay, sure thing. Turn over shifts to Rex, who's stunned, and you just hear him scream. You shattered his eardrums.
I did.
Turn over shifts to Isaac.
I did.
And I believe he makes a fortitude save to see if he continues to be stunned on his next turn.
What's the DC?
14.
He succeeds on this one.
Cool, so he's not stunned next turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isaac?
Okay. You got a plan, right?
I did.
What's the new plan?
I'd like to roll for an inspiration.
So inspiration.
Throw a damn ball!
Ooh, you said you had one last thing that you haven't shown off yet. Show off that thing.
My plan then is to make the balls hyper dense and you manipulate the gravity so that they fly at the people.
Dang.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I'll have to get them going a little higher
Okay.
because gravity only works on them when I'm holding them.
Oh,
So I can give them a running start and then keep the arc going.
okay.
It is still Isaac's turn, I believe.
It is, and I'm going to delay until she takes her turn.
Okay, so
Basically
Isaac
make our
is
turn of team
moving
attack.
to Allie. Or to Robin. I have all 4 player characters next to each other. So Kurt, he takes the earplugs out, and you, who has the other set?
They were shoved in my ears.
Okay. You hear like static kick back in. Like it's not an oppressive. It's just you realize that these are not only earplugs but communications device.
Oh, dang.
And he takes the 2 he has and pushes them together, and creates basically a smaller shield, and is going to move into this trio.
Howdy.
Until we get a ball, we're rather helpless, aren't we?
A little bit.
And Lenny's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And just bouncing side to side. And she's like, ooh, good idea. And she moves in front of the three of you.
Yay! Hey, Lenny.
Hey! Turn order shifts to Terrence. Terrence pulls his head out of the snow.
Throw a damn ball.
He looks at his two teammates.
At least one.
Okay. And he's gonna take that snowbank, he shoves a hand in it, and skids it to create basically a sheet of thin ice across the center line, and kicks that snowboard out, and is going to just, with a quick flip, make a move by attack. So he is flipping past one of them and just little kick spin
Dun dun.
on a snowboard.
Attacking the ball.
Yep.
Okay.
Attacking the ball. So he's going to first try to hit the ball. He succeeds.
I should hope he does.
Yeah, and then he'll make a ranged attack with a minor penalty. Because that's a 3. No. It goes wide.
He's a little disturbed right now.
Yep. Head coated in his brother's blood.
We've got a ball.
Yeah, there's a ball on your side. Turnover shifts from Terrence to Robin.
Okay.
And
So-
after Robin, Isaac is on deck.
Slight change. How about you throw it because you're better at that type of thing, but I'll just help you get some momentum.
All right.
Okay, pick a target, and you are going to make a team attack.
Target's gonna be Lenny because she's in front of them all,
Hmm?
That's fair.
and chances are it's going to bounce off of her and back to our side.
Degrees of success matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we considering this thrown mastery or improvised weapon?
Thrown mastery.
Thrown mastery. Okay, so that's
Balls are
the
meant to be thrown. They're not improv.
15.
15?
Nat 20 in the aid.
Okay, so it's a team attack, so I believe we take the highest success.
So what you do is the person with the highest bonus to throwing something is going to be making the main check, and then depending on how many successes you got for your check, she gets a different bonus. So if you were to throw an item, how many times did you succeed? What is the DC,
on
against,
throwing an item?
against a 10 for Lenny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
3 degrees of success.
so then that's a plus 5.
Okay. Yep, because 3 degrees is a +5, and anything less is a +2. Okay. The ball hits Lenny, who has 0 dodge, 0 parry, and 0 toughness.
Oof.
Reaction. As the ball flies back. Roll damage for that, please.
Roll damage?
Damage rank. I'm sorry. Damage rank total.
So DC 21.
Okay.
6.
So it's a +6.
Okay, cool. She's going to return 6 points of damage right back. As the way her reaction works is very unique. As she literally, the ball hits her in the stomach and just slingshots back at you. She's got to roll to hit first.
So they don't. The freezing doesn't freeze you perfectly.
No,
Just
she
prevents
was
you from
unfrozen. She was
She just got hit by a ball.
Yes.
She technically caught it.
That is the alternative, yes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Heads, tails. Why am I eeny, meeny, miny, moing? Tails. What is your dodge? It is
Mine?
1. It is so
Yes.
DC. Yeah, that's gonna hit you.
Interpose.
Okay, that's gonna hit you. As you just right in the way, like this ball, the moment it hits Lenny, you see her skin begin to stretch in this unnatural way. You're like, oh no.
Get out of the way!
And you just conks you right in the head. And you're just out. Okay, turn order shifts to Allie and Rin.
Well, we still don't have a ball, so it's all you, Allie.
There's one ball on your side.
Lenny just launched it back.
No,
the-
the other ball.
I'm gonna throw a ball!
Terrence's, yeah.
Alright, so Rin is going to leap to where the ball is, basically kick it up into her own hand, and straight at Robin, because she's the only person actually doing anything.
Isaac is frozen.
Yeah! That is a 15 to hit.
That's going to hit. As Robin is frozen.
And then toughness check or no?
No,
Just
this is
you're
just a
frozen?
matter of being hit.
Dodgeball.
Yep. Though as you're like before you see the moment the ball left contact with Lenny, she froze. So she took that energy, launched it out, and then She's frozen in a position that a person shouldn't be frozen in. As part of her stomach sort of like spring-shotted out.
Belly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Too much belly.
You and I have seen more disgusting
Yep.
things
You're
in
not
your
wrong,
daily
but I
job.
don't want to know.
So turn order's Allie.
Okay, so Robin is hit and frozen.
Both of them are
The
frozen.
people frozen
Yeah,
are
both
Isaac,
frozen.
Robin, and Lenny. We have you 3 up, and then Terrence and Rex up. Both balls are on the other side right now.
Yeah, so we currently don't have a ball.
Just keep sucking blood.
So gross. Yeah, that noise.
Can I, since we're all clustered together, can I reach out and tag Lenny from where I'm standing?
You're gonna have to move up. Because she was intentionally in front of you guys as cover.
Okay, I
Because
didn't know
she knew
how,
exactly what she wanted
I didn't
to do.
know how like close in front of us she was.
Not adjacent.
Okay.
Because with how far her stomach descended backwards, I would not want to be directly behind her.
Nope, that's why she didn't put
Fair.
herself in
So I'm
front
going
of
to
you.
Point.
canonically not be.
Not be that far.
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
It will take a move and a standard to go on Freezer.
And then I can't move me.
Nope.
Well, I've already weakened that side pretty well, so I'll go tag Lenny.
Okay, Lenny's unfrozen. Turn order shifts from you to Allie, Rex. Rex and then Kurt. So Rex, he's just gonna pick up a ball.
I know who he's aiming at.
Yep.
I know who he's aiming at.
Right at
Lenny,
you.
catch!
Nope. And you have
Probably
a
hits me.
dodge of
3.
3. That hits you.
Yeah.
As you go tag Lenny, and you succinctly get a ball right in the face. And you're frozen this that sort of look. Turn order is going to shift to Kurt. He's going to come up and untag you.
Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork.
Then it's Lenny.
As real closely.
Then it's Lenny who grabs that ball, and she's going to just hold her arm out.
You're frozen. Oh no, she's
She
on.
was just,
I
yep,
tagged her on.
don't worry, I'm keeping
Sorry.
I'm keeping track of that. And she just goes, "Someone go ahead and wind me up."
Can do!
What?
And turn order shifts to Terrence, who, hearing "Someone go ahead and wind me up," and seeing what she just did, begins making a snowbank. Specifically protecting him and his brother. Like, he runs up and just straight to the wall.
Oh, not today, motherfucker.
Like, straight up. It doesn't go out far, but it's like 10 feet wide and 30 up, because it's a 30-foot ceiling. That is Terrence. Turn order shifts to Robin, who is currently frozen.
Yep.
Turn
I
order
was gonna
shifts.
say, we're both frozen,
Yeah.
so we can't
Yep,
do nothing.
you got the twins right now, as it is Rin Alley and then Rex.
Vertical or horizontal winding?
Up to you!
Cool! So Rin is just going to basically leap and drop kick through the arm. So she's just like, and
Yep.
then unfurls.
Does the cartoon twist?
Yeah, so you go ahead and drop kick through the arm. And you watch as it whirls around itself a couple times, as if it's a sticky hand.
And then Rin ducks.
And then it helicopters through the room. So she doesn't let go of the ball. She just holds it and flails.
Lenny, you have to throw it!
No, she doesn't.
Oh! She's got reach!
Gamu gamu no!
As she's going to attempt to strike behind the barrier with a reach around. That's going to be one hit. Heads for Terrence, tails for Rex. That is heads. Terrence is now frozen as it and strikes him, and you watch as his body from out of the snowbank. And now all that's left is Rex.
Who's
And
Great
turn-
job, Lenny!
Thank you!
in horrible, horrible pain?
And next is...
Turn over shifts to Allie.
Well, keep putting him in pain. There's a Metacon staff.
Nope, I've done what I can, and she's just gonna back up.
Okay,
Nope,
you back
nope,
up. Turn
nope.
order shifts to Rex. The room goes quiet.
Fuck.
Turn order shifts to Kurt.
Do we have a ball? I don't think we do.
No,
No.
they're both on that side.
God damn it.
Kurt is going to go ahead. Headphones, please. And he takes them and his little contraption and just meshes them up into, like, his hands, but he has nothing he's made quite yet. I have no idea what to expect.
Me neither.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we can't talk.
Yeah, so...
Didn't you already just do that?
Well, yeah, but
We
technically...
realize we
you
may
guys
not speak to
Yep.
each
I'm
other.
sorry, I'm
Yep.
slipping.
It's okay, I am too. There's a lot of powers to keep track of.
Yep.
Don't worry, after this session, it is not this complex, as you will not always be going against this many supers. And crush, 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 and he's not sure what he's making yet. That's the gist of it. Turn order shifts from him to Lenny, who, after crossing the boundary, is frozen again.
God damn it, Lenny.
So she's just frozen, wrapped
Yes.
around.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's
exact-
awful.
That's exactly the freeze.
That's wretched.
Turn order shifts to Terrence, who is frozen. Turn order shifts to Robin, who's frozen. To Allie again. Rin and Allie.
So I'm gonna do my kick dance. I'm
Yep.
gonna kick a ball back.
Okay, you have a ready to action. And Allie, anything special, or am I going to Terrence? Or going to Rex, rather.
I don't know.
Suck his blood.
Suck his blood. You should know better than to say something.
I physically
like
can't tell you that.
thank goodness.
It's too
sounds.
quiet in the room.
Because you know me more than that. Okay,
Oh,
so
just for flavor, you hear the sound in the clams change from house. Like he takes a moment, changing the song, just to dubstep.
oh, this is gonna be angry. You know, I'm just gonna make sure my ears are plugged and brace myself because I have done my showing off and at the end of it, this is a game to get into school and they have either already decided
Yep.
if I'm in or not.
They literally
and
said
I
show
will
off.
let him do whatever he needs to do to show it off. I'm
And
just
so-
gonna sit and wait.
Rex is going to take his opportunity to show off as you hear the slightest as snow is displaced. And just the beat drops as two balls fly recklessly quickly out of that.
Ooh.
Compressed sound as sound is restored to the room. And he's going to make 2 attacks. One at Allie and one at Rin.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it back.
Allie, that is going to be a near miss or near hit. Like you just and it just boom boom boom. Like if that hit you, you don't know if it would hurt, but probably. And then the one at you, you said you wanted to kick it back, so he rolled pathetically. So go ahead and just kick it back. You're aiming through the hole he just created in the bank.
That's an 8,
It's not gonna do it, but you kick the ball back.
which means I made contact with the ball and I am now frozen.
Yep.
It is beautiful ballet dancers.
Basically, like leap in the air for a roundhouse at a ball I don't know is coming, and I'm like, I'm gonna trust.
So now we have Allie, Kurt, and Rex up. Turn order shifts to Kurt, who is going to go ahead and he takes what he has and turns it into a shoulder-mounted railgun.
Oh, fuck.
And is going to grab the ball and load it. And turn.
I appreciate this.
That's Kurt. Turn order goes to Lenny, who's frozen. Turn order goes to Terrence, who's frozen.
Okay,
Robin.
just jump between.
I'm trying. I have
Have
so,
to go down the line.
because I have so many pieces. So Allie and Rex. So Allie, you're up. Kurt, Allie, Rex is the initiative order. Okay, Robin, you're free. Or Rin is free. Turn order shifts from you to Rex, who's gonna go ahead and. Fuck it. No, he said show off. It goes quiet again. And turn order shifts back to Kurt, who's going to aim at where he thinks he is. And you don't know what he says, but he looks whimsical, like a scientist who gets to play. It's very as it fires and is not going to pierce through the snowbank. It hits the snowbank and lodges in it. Didn't do enough to properly hit, so that is my flavor. Turn order shifts from him to Allie. And Rin.
Well, we can't communicate.
Nope.
What's the floor made of?
The same wobbly aluminum as before.
Oh, dear.
Okay, I'm going to extra effort a power stunt. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to punch the floor hard enough that it wobbles this guy off balance.
Go ahead and roll. This is going to be. You just have to hit the floor. He's gonna make a fortitude save.
Yeah.
A Floritude save.
That doesn't count.
One could also argue acrobatics, but that's trained only.
I see.
And that one. As
Cronin.
as with the ice slick on the floor, the snowbank in front of him, and the shockwave, he trips, and he's gonna go ahead and drop the ball because that was a nat 1. The ball he was holding, and it slowly rolls towards your side.
Yay.
And that was you, Allie?
How much of a hole is in this snowbank as the ball
It is
rolls?
near to collapse.
Okay, but he's still technically behind it, yeah?
He's prone behind it.
He's prone behind it.
Yeah, his this part of his body sticking out from the other side as he was just knocked prone.
I'm screaming, but no one can
Then
help.
I would like to. I hadn't planned this to hit anything with, but I do have move object. I want to try to move the ball with a wing gust.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's perfectly
With
valid.
the hopeful intent of hitting him, or at least destroying what's left of his cover.
Hitting him with a wind-gusted ball. Go ahead and
Yes!
I'm going to make you roll a ranged attack.
That's fair. Okay. So range is +6 in this. I have a +6 to range.
Cool, do it.
Because does your accurate only apply to your hemomancy?
Correct.
So you have
It
a
does.
+2.
I have a +2. I only have a +2 with my.
But I'm giving you a circumstantial +2 as well.
Okay.
So +4 to hit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is versus his terrible dodge.
Unfortunately, he's prone, which means he's better at dodging these.
17 plus 4 gets me
Yep.
to a 20
Yep.
something.
He's frozen, and you hear ding dong.
We hear it? Wow.
Yep. As soon as he's frozen, his power ends,
Nice.
and everyone is unfrozen. And as he's standing back up, gets whiplashed by Lenny.
This poor guy with busted eardrums.
Everyone recovers.
As the flailing happens, Rin is gonna kind of grab Lenny's arm and just like wrangle it back into
No,
place.
that's literally so. Now that you have a second, it's
like
not
a
it's not rubber. It's springs. Every part of her body is literally coils that can, like, hold tension. She's not rubber. She's made of springs.
You're so cool.
Thanks, you too. Did we win?
Yeah, we did.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Mm.
Ooh, good work. Did you get to show off that thing you can do?
Nope.
Oh.
Good job, regardless, other team.
Dun,
Yeah.
Door closes, and into the room, a tall blonde man,
Mm-hmm.
wafting hair,
Wafting.
with his little. Is everyone doing all right? I hope we are okay. Okay. If you
Just
need some-
Pointing at the other team.
Did we get to sleep?
if you would like to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Come on in, everybody. And everyone is lulled once more to sleep. If they have any wounds, they are cured.
I don't
And
think we legally took any because it's all balls.
A couple people got bloodied.
yep,
Oh,
a couple
right.
people got
A little
actually
bit.
physically injured.
I got shot.
And
got
if
very
if
shot.
if Rex had had another turn, he was going to go for a full knockout of the other team
That's
and just throw balls at unconscious targets.
But he's a punk ass bitch and he didn't.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because he was like, you know what? I have to hit them with the balls. It doesn't mean I can't hit them. That was his mentality. And so we're going to go ahead and do some conclusive stuff here. Because I don't think we want to go for the third round tonight at 9:37. Yep.
I'm currently 2 for 2.
Does anyone have obligations tomorrow?
I do have to work in the morning.
Okay.
Not super early though.
Okay.
I gotta be up at 5:10.
5 to, okay,
yeah.
yeah, no. So you are escorted into a third holding room, and in this room, there are simply 30 people, 10 less than before. 2 full teams of people's worth did not make it through this round, and all of you are looking around. I'm sorry, 29 people, and yeah, 29 people. It's rather rich, the air. There's a static crackle between each of the prospective students, a tension that, well, there's one more round left, and if you make it, you make it. And if you don't, you got this close and failed. To say the room feels competitive is an understatement, as the theoretical 4-on-4 teams for the final round are revealed once more over the intercom. And our final round will be a little more live activity training. We don't expect you to have experience here, but we did ask you something similar on your test, and we would like to see if you will be applying the skills you said you would.
Oh, are we reenacting like a historical thing?
That is the case. Once upon a time, there was a bank held hostage by, unfortunately, the very first supervillain the world had ever seen. A child who did not know better. We have recreated some of those circumstances. We would like to see how you react to them. 4 of you will be playing the role of the police. or rather, the supers. And the other 4, well, the villains. This is a hostage rescue situation. The teams are as follows. Dun, 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 Rin, Robin, Isaac, Allie.
Team up, team up.
Couple other teams that don't matter.
Haha.
Fia, Rita, Ramona.
Fia, Rita, Ramona.
That's only 3.
Running against 3?
Yep.
That's not
Yep.
fair.
Yep.
And
Not even his name shows up?
nope.
Damn, this kid's a punk.
And that is where we will end our session. Thank you, anyone who was listening in, for tuning in to our first session of New Dawn University. A special thanks to Wally, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, for offering to create custom sub-banners and icons for us. What an awesome thing to pop into our chat. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the support of anyone who was listening. I hope you guys had a fun time. This is the first session, so we're all new to the system, working out combat and the complexities of three-dimensional combat. As someone who's exclusively played D&D and Pathfinder before, wow, what a mess. I'll get better at it. We all will. My cat is sneezing up a storm down there, and it's adorable. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be playing again same time next week, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wednesday evening. Thank you all very much. Our social media stuff should be on the page if you want to give us a follow on YouTube or Instagram. And welcome to the table, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, extra.
Always.
Clicky click, go click.
As we do not quite finish our
That's okay.